Doing? How you guys doing? It's been a while. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, Nigeria Watch family. Today is 4th of March 2022. We are back again for a hot debate tonight. Trust me, guys. I know you guys have not seen me for like 2 days now. I've been so busy. Trust me, my hands are full. I've been so busy with a lot of things right now. So that's why, don't worry, you are also going to experience more of this. You might not see me more often this period. Remember, I said in Nigeria, I did Nigeria. I'm doing a lot of things in Lagos. And in fact, my hands are full. Let me put it like that. So how are you guys doing? We are sorry that we are late a little bit. We're supposed to start 14 minutes ago, but don't worry, we're still going to catch up. We have a lot of our wonderful panelists in the background, in the backstage right now already. But before that, I'm going to be acknowledging my wonderful family right here on the comment section. But before I acknowledge every one of you, I want to see who missed me because I've not been on air now for almost 72 hours myself. So I want to know if anybody missed me. I want to know that. But before that, let me be acknowledging my people. Mother of all in the building, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks for joining us. I miss you all. Trust me. I see Samson Scott right there, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Ohomina. Thank you very much, my good people. Good evening to you. Prince Edos, thanks for coming in. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Doris Audio is right there with me. Thank you. Good evening, Mary Daniel. I can never forget you. Bob Sawaru, thanks for joining us. My brother Israel is right there with us. He's also right there in the backstage as well. Good evening to every one of you. Madam Rita Adams, thanks for joining us. I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate every one of you, my good people, Nigeria Watch family. I beg, make we do this one together. I have there's a lot of people here. I have to mention everyone's name. Just Emmanuel, I can see you. Okay. All of us miss you. Thank you very much. I miss you all. At least I see that's why don't miss me. Hey, Jose Francis, good evening once again. Mary Daniel, good evening once again. Favor is good evening. Lucky, I see you right there. Ima Igbedion as well. Thank you very much, my good people. I miss you all. Thanks for the misses. I appreciate you all. And God, now go bless una for me. Yes, we are here. Let me start welcoming in my wonderful panelists right now, and let's do this. My wonderful people right there watching me right now, please help us to share for others to know that we are here. We have a hot topic today. All right. I'm going to be welcoming in Brother Nice. Brother Nice, good evening to you, my brother. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good evening, Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I greet
Right.
I greet all the panelists.
Thank you, Brother Nice. I'll be coming back to you again. Let me welcome Mr. Johnson Emmanuel to the building. Mr. Johnson, good evening to you. How are you doing today, sir?
Good evening, Nigeria Watch. Are you? I hope you are fine.
I'm very fine. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us once again. Let's do this together. Let's welcome Mr. Israel Asamota.
Good evening, Nigeria Watch, and good evening, everyone on the comment section, and also good evening to the co-panelists as well.
Thank you, Israel. Thank you very much. My good people right there, I appreciate every one of you once again. We are going to be talking about, we are starting from Edo State, okay? We are moving to Nigeria as a whole, but we are starting from Edo State. As you all know, for a while now, Edo State, we'll be talking about, in fact, we'll be having different kind of governors that will be ruling us. When this finish, they say, okay, this one Benin or Edo man, okay, more take and go Isa. From Isako, for Isako, Afama, then they carry them here left to right. Now, there's a question right there I'm asking right now. I'm asking, do we still need ethnic governor in Edo State? It's a big question I'm going to be asking my panelists. In fact, my panelists are going to be facing a lot of exam today because we are going to go deep on this. If you see, I put in some faces right there. We can see Governor Obaseki, the current governor, is right there with us. We can see Professor Oserime Osumbo, right? Is right there with us as well. We can see Oyegun Odigie is right there. Although during the time of his, he was contesting to become a governor of Edo State, he changed that name Oyegun to Oyegun Media. But after he finished ruling for 8 years, he changed it back again to Oyegun. So I'm not too sure which one is his real name, Oyegun Media or Oyegun. But meanwhile, let's move on. We have Oshomole as well, Comrade Adams Oshomole right there. And we also have the son of the famous one we have in Edo State, Lucky Benedion, is right there as well. All these faces have ruled us, apart from the military time, but these faces are the one that most of us are familiar to. Although we have an elderly people here who are familiar to the previous ones. But if you ask me, according to my own age, all these ones, so I remember all of them. So I can actually talk more about them, so I put their face right there. But still, if our panelists want to go far, I don't mind at all. My panelists, please just be doing your research right now, because there are many questions that we are going to be taking on this particular one. We want to know, do we still continue on this ethnic decision, who to rule us? Should we continue to exchange or continue to disregard the good ones for the bad ones? It's a big question we are going to be asking today. We also have our brother who talk about this not quite long. He's an activist, Holo, Ultimate Equal, Patrick Holo, Ultimate Equal. He frowned against it as well. I thought about, okay, if activist Patrick Holo frowned at this, who he has lived in Canada for so many years, I think I should also frown on it. But still, I'm going to let my panelists make decisions on this. But after this, for those of you watching us right now, we are going to be moving on to the Minister of Education. Minister of Education works out on Asuu. Why? I remember he's a minister, in case you don't get that. He's a Minister of Education, But he just recently went to the United Kingdom, to celebrate with his son who graduated from a university over there. And he's a Minister of Education. We have a lot to talk about today. Yes, you can. You can. Richard Adams, you want to call in right now? Okay, if you can give us some few minutes though, except if you want to start taking calls, I don't mind. Anybody who call in now, take your call. It's just that whenever my panelists are talking, I don't really like interrupting them. That's why you see I give chance for callers at the end. All right. So the truth of the matter is, my people, yes, if you guys want to call in right now, I don't mind. If you want to talk about this right now, that's cool. That's cool by me. Let's welcome, okay, when it's ready, I'll welcome him in. We have Lefty Setoya right there in the building with us. So I'm going to give him 2 minutes to welcome him to the screen. Yes, I can see a lot of people want to call in on this one. Okay, will I say the topic now hot one then? Because this one they say, this one all of them they indicate to call in on this. Okay, no problem. I will wait and let's take it from there. Meanwhile, let's welcome Lefty Setoya right here with us to join us right now. Then we'll take it from there. Hello, Lefty Setoya. Good evening to you. How are you doing today?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, our viewers. Good evening, my co-panelists. Well, today has been very good, and we bless God for it. It's an exciting topic. Do we still need ethnic governor in Edo State? But then, it still depends on what we mean by ethnic, because there's no way we can run away from ethnic governor. Edo State is comprised of ethnic people. So if a governor must come from Edo within Edo State, it must be from one of the ethnic group.
I will be analyzing that before I give you the floor, every one of you to contribute. That's okay. I like the part where you said depends. So that part is what I'm going to be analyzing. Then we take it from there.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you very much. But before that, we have Richard Adams who want to talk to us right now. So I would like us to talk to. Hello, good evening to you, man. Thanks for calling us. How are you doing today?
Fine. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to talk about the topic on the ethnic governor selection. You know, the part of the Minister of Education, and even we talk about that, but because I'm at work right now, that's why I couldn't really join.
Okay.
But I just want to say something. When we talk about ethnicity in Nigeria, it's not something that we need to. It cannot be overemphasized. Now, if you look at the aspect of racism, for example, you know, when in the beginning they used to say everybody has to be colorblind, everybody has to be colorblind. The fact is, you cannot be colorblind. You should be able to identify there are people of different race, different culture, different languages. So you ought to be aware that this thing exists. And that's the only way. When you are aware and you start to respect people's color or ethnicity, and then we all come together and make the society better. So what I'm trying to say is that we cannot rule out ethnicity.
Okay.
Any Nigerian today, or let's say any Edo person saying we should rule out ethnicity is a kind of like you're deceiving yourself. Now, when it comes to governance, that is separate. But in what we are dealing with today, because of our constitution is and our way of life, is that we're kind of like merging capabilities with ethnicity. Okay. And the way we are wired now in Nigeria, the way our consciousness has been like this since we grew up, like, oh, you have to balance Edo, Isako, you know, you have to have strategic positions in every aspect of governance. But the other question is, are those people capable?
Okay.
Are they qualified?
That's where we're driving to right now.
So that is the what's the word? That's the issue here. You understand?
Yeah.
So if we cannot rule out ethnicity, then the solution is if our constitution can change, and like what Israel always say, the system comes from the constitution, and you want to make every child in a house feel not feel marginalized. How can you do it? You need to find strength in each culture. In this culture, they are predominantly dealing with culture, or this culture, they're really educated, or coming together now, what can you present? So this generation, I feel our generation, we need to change the status quo.
Okay.
Because we cannot marry ethnicity and qualification or capabilities. That's the crux of the matter. That's what I think. That's my opinion.
Thank you very much.
Capabilities and ethnicity are two different, and that is what is that's what's really affecting Nigeria, sort of. When we say Fulani, Bini, Isha, or Isako. You understand? Now, if you want me to go through all the state governors according to their capabilities, all of them, they're all qualified in one way or the other, and their leadership skills are all different. Yeah. At the end of the day, we want a good product. You understand?
Exactly.
Some are better than some. Some are there based on influence. Some are there based on like opportunity. Some are there based on fraudulent way. You know, it depends on how you want to look at it. But at the end of the day, what are their capabilities? What change have they made in the minds of the people that they rule? It's not really about infrastructure all the time, because when the people's minds are changed, then infrastructure will be so easy to flow without question. So I think that's the problem. Basically, the problem is ethnicity and capabilities are two different things. And to merge them together will be very difficult in our society. And to make that change, what we need to do is that we need to separate these two diverse topics. We need to separate it when it comes to governance. Yeah. I think that's the way to be very, very difficult. Okay. To be very, very difficult. Yeah, so that's what I want to just say. I'll probably call back again later.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate this call. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right, people, we are talking about the rotation, okay? The rotation of the governor's position, or rather seats in Edo State, in the history of Edo State. That's what we're going to be discussing today. Before that, let me welcome all my panelists, because I have a lot of people behind the back door right now. Let me start with Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today? Okay, Engineer Ken is not ready. Let's welcome Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the greatest city in the world, the United States. How are you guys doing?
We are good. I hope your network is not going to mess up the greatest city in the world today, right?
Well, anyway, for that being said, my network is going to be flopping a little bit because we have major concern about Russia and Ukraine right now. We're trying
sir.
to
No, sir. Say it how it
kick
is.
their ass.
No. It's not the greatest city in the world. Lagos State
It's the greatest. It's the greatest. Putin is messing with our network right now in the United States. But we are the big boys. We'll make it good.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be coming back to you. Thank you. Mr. Murray, good evening to you. Can you hear me? Thank you, sir. Go ahead. Talk to us. Unmute yourself. Okay, go ahead. Oh, you just unmute yourself again, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greetings to my beloved brothers on the panel and audience across the globe. I greet you, my beloved brother Elvis.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. We'll be coming back to you again. Please mute yourself. The Midwest Republic is right here with us. Good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Good evening, sir. I'm fine. And nice everybody there. Good evening, my panelists.
Thank you. We all are good. All of them, they mute themselves right now. Thank you for joining us. Please mute yourself, sir. I'll be coming back to you again, Midwest Republic. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be welcoming the good comrade in the building right now. The good comrade, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good evening. Start again. May God bless you for your platform.
Thanks, sir.
Good evening, my co-panelists and our listeners and those who are watching from home. May God bless us all. And I pray God give us the wisdom to go through today's deliberation. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, my good people. So let's kickstart right now. I can see a comment that actually drew my attention right there from Doris Odion. Doris Odion said, we need good governor in Edo State. That is where I'm driving to. That is what I'm driving to, though. That's why I said, do we still need ethnic governor in Edo State? I like that comment from Doris Odion. You guys will know why I love that comment in a minute. Just let's read this. This one is from our brother Patrick Eholo, Ultimate Equal, popularly known for that. So let me put his face there for some of you who doesn't know him. He's an activist. He has lived almost all his life in Canada, and he's doing a great job right now, right there in those states. So that's him. No, that's Moyole Sowore. That's him there. Moyole Sowore is also an activist, though, but still, that's him right there. He said, we don't need ethnic governor in Edo State, says right activists. So I'm going to be reading from here, then we take it from there. All right? I'll be deliberating within myself or within my friends, on this particular topic. So when I got it, I was like, wow, we need to talk about this. Because for so long, I've been talking about this. So, but let's read from here. According to what he said, we don't need ethnic governor in Edo State. He said, Chief Patrick Osaige Eholo, a Benin-based right activist, has re-emphasized that the call for rotation in the position of Edo State governor is uncalled for. Let whom the cap fits wears it. That's a statement from him. Let whom the cap fits wears it. That's a parable that some of you will get to understand later on. Then I continue. The idea of rotation of occupants of government house on ethnic basis is backward. It cannot happen in my time. He's the one talking. He continues. We cannot sideline the best for the worst on the altar of rotation. In case you guys don't get that, we cannot sideline the best for the worst, right? On the altar of rotation. It's like, this one is the best. But this one not good though. But this one is the best. It will give us the best. Because say, it don't reach Edo people's turn. For example, now Uromi man are the best we all know. Because it don't reach Edo person's turn now. And the person where come from Edo now, you say no, lie, we must give one to that Edoma because he don't reach Edoma turn. Then all of us go suffer for the next 8 years. Now what it mean like that? Maybe that. That's why I will take analyze and before I come back to my panelists. So we cannot sideline the best for the worst on the altar of rotation. We don't want an ethnic governor in Edo State anymore. We deserve the best and we go for the best. When it's obvious that this is the best, 99.9%, this is the best. But because say now this one is don't reach it.
Since when Nigeria was don't reach Nigeria now, network got fail.
Russia don't enter Nigeria.
Which Russia? The Russia you want to blame for our problem? The Russia caused our problem. You never blame Buhari. You talk of Putin.
You know here where Gina Ken say na Russia the whole network for America.
Don't buy Gina Ken. You know that guy they always say he got the way they want oppress the whole world as if in America.
You might be to the whole
He got the way they help America, especially. If he say without America the world not go be. Me I know they are not side that, but I don't follow for that line.
No, in the always hype America. No level
Yeah,
for
they
US.
won't bully everybody.
No
But
level
the
for
thing
US.
is, Russia will not come to Nigeria with Buhari in charge. Are they mad? Buhari will finish them.
Which Buhari? Which Buhari?
Your president.
Now you
have to let Russia come Nigeria to come and do what when Buhari is in charge.
Now you ask yourself.
When Putin they want Nigeria African leaders to be careful. Now Nigeria now if I make sure his name I be not here.
Yeah, something happen. Something happen when they can talk like that. We not so we
in the fear Nigeria now. Any country where in the fear now, so in they mention their name. You know, say don't mention Sweden, don't mention Finland.
Yeah,
for you to mention that, you know, say in the fear.
In our international diplomacy, we be non-aligned nation. But whether they vote, Nigeria can't go vote in support of Ukraine. Now they can, send that signal. And I will be the giant of Africa, supposedly.
Mr. Moruyi, this person where they talk, so they pull on a leg. Mona leave one.
All right.
I know.
With Buhari in charge, fear go can't let Russia near Nigeria. I beg, Mona talk better thing.
Thank you, my people. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time with us. As you all know, I'm in Nigeria. Now NEPA, nice is life for my head though. NEPA. NEPA, now yours is
Naija watch. Are you the talk?
They not get NEPA again, no. They are having power holding. NEPA don't go.
Now NEPA will know.
Mr. Hedige, I thought you said Lagos is the best country in the world.
It better pass New York for where Gina Ken stay.
Better pass.
I oppose
Gina Ken, to be honest, my people,
yes.
You guys will be seeing more of this, and Naija, I'm broadcasting live from here, like from Lagos. So that know I be. And how they talk is part of the things
that is the reason why. That is the reason why.
Go ahead. You see,
when you have power in everywhere, there's no life failure in Stockholm.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Engineer Ken. Thank you, my people. At the moment, because I'm in Nigeria, whenever things like this happen, you guys can be talking to yourself. The only person that cannot hear is me. But nothing affect the broadcast at all. The broadcast can still continue to move on, right? All right, my people. Like I was saying before, I have to finish this to come back to my panelists. I can see a lot of people are already here with us. Some people try to join us, but because the power dropped, so I couldn't accept them at that particular time. So hopefully they will join us again because I just refreshed and I lost them. So if you have the link is right there with you on the comment section. Hit on it and it will bring you here. Then I'll accept you to the floor. So let's continue, because I was actually emphasizing or deliberating on one particular statement from Mr. Patrick Eholo. He said, making our way to my final. Okay, we cannot sideline the best for the worst on the altar of rotation. We don't want ethnic governor in Edo State. We deserve the best, and we will go for the best. It's just the same thing they are doing in general election right now. You know, this one will be president, now from Sasa, the other one not, the other one this. You know, if you have the best from even the north, where we say we not like, if you have the best and it's giving us the best that we have craved for, trust me, if a don't man want go there, you not go agree. I'm telling you. But let's move on. I know a lot of people would like to talk on this. And it continues. We must change the narrative of politics in Edo State, which is the heartbeat of the nation. On why he opted to seek for election on councillor under the banner of independent candidacy, he said, I want to step out of the box and do something differently. I want to change the narrative of politics. A lot of people have the erroneous feeling that politics is about making money. The narrative must change. Politics is about giving back to the society. I choose to contest as an independent candidate because I see that if I contest on the platform of PDP or APC, they will taint my blood because their blood is affected by corruption. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's continue, because me, I go ballistic now. People maybe say you want to come out for these two parties. But meanwhile, let's continue, because I've said it before, the biggest problem we have in Nigeria is APC and PDP. Going further, Chief Eholo said, it is time for me to give back to my people. I want to contest for the position of local government councillor. I will be able to attract development to my constituency, Utoka, in Ovia Northeast local government area. I won't be any salary. The salary should be given to my constituents. I want to be there to pay back what I feel that I'm owing the society. I feel that Ovia Northeast has been forgotten. It will interest you to know that the only secondary school they have there today, Utoka Grammar School, I built it. I didn't know that. Okay. I built the health center that they have there and also constructed the earth road. I also give them job empowerment. Politics is not what you invest in and want to have the reward in cash. While campaigning, I will remind my constituents of the things that I have done for them lately. On the blueprint, education is very paramount, because a country without education is a blind country. I want to do a lot of things differently. I will ensure that every child has access to education. Any parent who buys their children from being educated will be penalized. To be honest, I see myself, it be like saying I mean they speak for inside this way I read, but I don't know, so somebody can still reason the way they reason like this. To be honest, every puppy will be entitled to breakfast and lunch in school. I will teach people how to fish by themselves. The era of sharing bags of rice, gari, salt is over. Those above 18 years will be encouraged to have PVC, permanent voters card, so that they can participate actively in election process of voting and being voted for. That one, best way they talk since na be this, so make una say am. You know, na be Chief Patrick Osagie Eholo, popularly known as Ultimate Equal. He has lived almost all his life in Canada, but he now live in Nigeria, just like as me be. So if me want to hold any position, for example, in fact, I will do the same thing with this that my brother do, so I don't need salary. Yes. If, for example, now the good comrade one whole position, we want to make the good comrade tell us today now say not go take salary. Because I don't want, because why they look good comrade from
No,
corner.
I will never even contest in the first place. I prefer to be in the background and be putting those in the office on their toes.
But good comrade, fair answer my question. In case something can push you, contest.
It's not possible. I know my calling. I'm not, see, my inspiration comes from God. If everybody, see, there must be some people who will correct those in office.
The good comrade, you know, so this our platform. What you talk, we use that against people in the future.
Write it down.
Take salary in case.
I will never take salary. I will never even contest in the first place.
Okay,
but I prefer to check those in government. Okay, that's why I work so hard as a private individual, not to wait for government before I feed.
Same here, sir. Thank you. Thank you. We are moving somewhere. We have Mr. Jimo Aaron right here with us. Mr. Jimo, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Good evening, my people. Very good evening. I'm very fine. Hope you guys are fine as well.
We are great. We are great. We are happy to have you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. So, my people, make we take on from here. You know, let's take this from here. I'm going to be starting with my panelists right now. The topic still remains. Do we still need ethnic governor in those states? I'll be starting with Asuu come. That's how I'll take follow up. The first person today on this floor is Brother Nice. Brother Nice, talk to us.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I just want to use this opportunity to say welcome back to Brother Leftis Itoya. I greet you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Now, Brother Nice, tell us.
Yeah.
I believe you were can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I believe you were listening to me when I was reading that news, right?
Yeah.
That article. Okay. Now, what's your take? Do you still want us to continue by rotational position in Nigeria? In Edo State?
It's not supposed to be by rotation. It's supposed to be by qualification. Okay. That is how leadership supposed to be.
Qualification. You mean the best?
Right? The best, yeah. Anybody that is qualified is supposed to rule. It's not by ethnicity, it's not by rotation. It's not supposed to be so. This mentality of ethnicity and qualification and rotation is pulling us back. It's taking our nation backwards. That is the reason why you now see a lot of frauds in our politics, a lot of incompetent people that find their ways to power, because we don't choose by a qualification. We only choose by feelings, sentiment, and ethnicity, and by rotation, which is not supposed to be so. We're supposed to learn through the Western world. Western world, they don't do it by rotation of ethnicity. They do it by your qualification. If you are qualified, they put you there. If you are not qualified, you will be excluded. You will be excluded from that place.
Yes.
You understand? So I think a majority of us, we are learned. We know what is happening in Western world. We're supposed to learn from the same thing. You know, our system is our system of politics. There is too much sentiment and party and ethnicity. That's the reason why we are not moving forward in Africa. The moment we realize that, we step away from this mentality, you will see our country will move forward. When we start putting the right people at the right place.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
When we start putting the right people at the right place. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. You have a lot to talk about today, but let's move
on. I'm just happy that Showore just came back as a candidate now. I'm celebrating.
Yes. He came back now. He have publicly declared it now that yes, Showore for president right there. You can see that on the screen. Showore for president. Showore for president. So yes, we'll be talking about later on. So let's move on, my people. Now I'm going to be talking to, I don't know how to take come again, but still, I'll take like that. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us once again. Please, what's your take on this rotational ethnicity in terms of governorship position?
Well, my take is because the rotation system or the ethnic system is what that has make us to be backwards for a very long time. But I think we need to reason very well. We need to think very well. Why are people clamoring for ethnicity governorship? Why were people clamoring for it? Because certain kind of people in a particular place or anywhere, Edo State, anywhere in Nigeria, they feel they are marginalized. They feel they are not duly represented. They feel that their people are being ignored in the government. I will give a very good example. The other day, Mr. Pedro Obaseki said he was even insinuating or saying it in words that Edo South was marginalized. Why? Because he felt the Edo speaking people were not given the appointment he feels supposed to have been given to them. Now, what makes us feel that Obaseki was not appointing those people based on merit? But people, they feel offended. They felt that it shouldn't have been so. You understand? But it's very easy to say we don't want tribalism. But how do we change the mentality of people? How do we make people to feel, people like Obaseki, that Pedro Obaseki, to feel that maybe the man's appointment was based on merit or qualification? But he felt, no, we were not represented as Edo people, that he was appointing Yoruba people or whatever. But I think before even here in this platform, many people supported him the other day. But I'm surprised today now people are asking the same question. We have to ask ourselves a question too. Don't we have that mentality of ethnicity? We have the mentality. How do we change that? We have to start from our man. How do we change that? So it's very easy to say, hey, it's merit. Yeah, it's this, it's that. But people were complaining the other day. Our Edo people were complaining the other day. Yes, because I even heard somebody saying a position was given to a Yoruba person. But what make you feel that that Yoruba person was no more qualified than a Edo person? How do we fight that? It's a matter of mentality. Okay. Me, I don't want it. I don't want this kind of ethnicity system. I don't want it. But how do we change the mentality of our people? How do we make them to believe that it doesn't matter where you come from? It is what you can offer and your qualification. Yes. And then, Nigeria Watch, another thing I want to say, before we begin to say ethnicity is strong or right, the person we are appointing, is he a tribalistic person? Is he going to select people based on their qualification or based on where you come from? So that people don't start asking questions. So that is my take, sir.
Thank you. I'll be coming back to you, Mr. Johnson. Thanks for your contribution right there. Let's go to Mr. Israel Semuta. Please talk to us.
Thank you very much, Nigeria Watch. Thank you very much, our fellow panelists and everyone. I'm very happy about this topic today as well. And first of all, I really support what Mr. Johnson said. And also from what Rita has spoken before. You see, a lot of things we need to put into consideration right here. We are going to talk about citizenship, and we are going to talk about people being marginalized, and we're going to talk about, do they actually put the interest of the people at heart before they go there? These are three things you have to know. I want to take, for example, what Mr. Johnson Emmanuel said about Pedro Obaseki. You know, when you look at the context of what he was talking about, Pedro Obaseki, I felt ashamed as an Edo person. But a lot of people were talking, yes, let him bring this out. Let him bring this out. Even himself, as a well-educated person who must have been somewhere abroad, knows it very clear that Edo people, there are a lot of tribes in Edo. Okay, let me give you another perfect example. An Igbo man that was born in Edo State, are you going to call that person an Igbo person? I have neighbors that lived with me for years. They were born in Edo, raised in Edo, so they are Edo by nationality. It's just that some people who were born maybe in England or in France or somewhere else, you want to call them, they are French. So all these things, we need to put them, first of all, into consideration. Is this person, even if he was born from another parents who are not indigenous of Edo, but he was born in Edo State, that person is an Edo person. If that person has that qualification as an Edo man to lead, he should be given the mandate to rule. Like I always said here in this platform, just like my idol always said, late Nelson Mandela, we do not care if the cat is black or white, as far as it can catch its mice. This is what we should put into our head, because our society is been backward for years because of this mentality we have. We are saying about marginalization now. Let's take another example. The most people that has been marginalized in Edo State is the Akoko Edo. The Gara people, we don't even know their existence. But we class them as people who are from Edo State. What if they have somebody who has the sophisticated tools to govern that state? But because it does not belong to this class of people who believe that the dividends of that state or the democracy we have in our system is just made for their pocket. Like Mr. Knight said, we need to put the right people in government who has the people at heart. We want a Nigerian, we want an Edo, irrespective of how your family background looks like. But as far as you are born in Edo, you should be able to give us what dividends of democracy is to the people of Edo State. It's not based on he's from the south, he's from the north. When Pedro Obaseki was speaking, I was ashamed. How can you be telling us that there's not much of Edo-speaking people? Are they the only people in Edo State? And you are trying to say there's no sentiment in there? And people were just clapping, hey! But you don't actually read the context of what this guy is saying. We should be very careful. That's when I was saying the other day, we should be very careful on the way we speak out things, because these things are going to be dividing us more, and they are dangerous. We should see ourselves as Edo, irrespective of the tribe you belong to. As far as you live in Edo, you reside in Edo, you should cultivate something that will make Edo State a better place for us. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much, my brother Israel Asebota. Appreciate you. Let's go to Leftist Itoya. Is right there with us. Leftist, it's already your turn. Talk to us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Like police, they talk over. It's over to me. Yes, it don't reach my tongue. You know, some time ago we were talking about, I don't know the topic, and I sincerely said that I don't believe in this rotation. I don't believe in it is now your turn. That I believe in getting the best quality. And if I can remember that very day, I made an example of Uniben. I said today Uniben is nowhere, because we said we want to make Edo our people the rule. Because of that, the first vice chancellor tried to empower the Benin-speaking people, whether you are qualified, whether you try to push them all over. And today, look at where Uniben is. So I don't believe in, again, let's use Nigeria, where the certain people feel they have the right, they are the owner of Nigeria. Meanwhile, they don't have the capability of leadership. But for the fact that they believe they own this country and they cannot produce nothing. So I have said it before, so I will continue to say that. I don't believe in ethnicity. I believe in human person. I don't believe in ethnicity. Whether you are black, whether you are white, wherever you are from, if you are capable, you have that ability to give us and give the people what they want. It's not everybody that have the capability to lead. So don't force yourself because of greed, or because you have the connection, or you have the people at your back. You know yourself that you cannot lead. You don't have what it takes. If you know you don't have it, put yourself in the position. So I don't believe that this, it don't reach my turn. No, I said it before. I said it that very day. I can't remember the very day. I said it is when they get to an Edo man, he reach Edo man, and in Amumu, na he be. And the person way bright, we supposed to do well, maybe now Uchima, maybe now Isako man, maybe now whatever. They'll say, no, not be your turn, now Edo man. And now, because of sentiment, now our own, we will put the mumu and we will begin cry at the end of the day, say, what, why? See what this man is doing. But you voted him because now then we still have some people, they say, you know, concern us, we like now our person there. When we go get sense, not until we begin to pick the best. We don't need mediocrity. They try, sabi. No. Yeah, you know, go school, but see what you do. Sometimes I say it's not about education. If you will speak Benin as a governor, we go understand because na Edo governor you be. You must not speak English, but let it be that you dey follow the rules and they do what is right. You know what people need, and you dey open your ear. You know, they feel say, I am the governor, you be you. You are just a servant.
Exactly.
The moment you stop to use the word I, you begin to carry everybody to say we. What do we need to do? Now you listen and you do what people want. The moment you begin to say now your money, where you forget that. You cannot come for heaven. So that pride, we should kill it. We should kill that until we begin to embrace we and put ourselves in that position of saying, yes, let's really get this thing done. Let's improve this state. Let's make sure that, yes, we are providing our children the education, the health sector, the security, our old people. The money is there. They say no money, not lie. The money is there. Check your account. Is in your account? Yes, the money is there. If you share this money, this problem will be solved. So I don't really believe in the word ethnicity. No, I say, I don't know what you mean by ethnicity because every Edo is comprised of all ethnic groups, and one person from one ethnic group will take the position. But we must not believe, must not use ethnicity to go for quality. We must not use ethnicity to deny the best. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We must not use ethnicity to decide the best or use it to go for low quality. To be honest, I'm a big supporter of that though, but still, I'll let my panelists continue to talk on this. You cannot ignore the best. Maybe you go give to somebody because they don't reach the tone, and you know this person is not qualified. But because they don't reach the tone, it must be given to them. How long are we going to continue like that? Well, let's move on and let's talk to the person who reached the tone now, the good comrade. The good comrade, please talk to us, sir.
Yeah, good evening, my brothers. And good evening, our listeners all over the world. I think we are getting something wrong here. I'm so happy Lefty just finished talking now. I will play the devil's advocate on this issue. That is, I will speak for and against. Because every policy or every law has a merit and demerit, has a advantage or a disadvantage. So when the drafters of the Constitution were drafting some certain laws, they have some consideration in their heart before they took those decisions. Lefties, my brother, God bless you. I just want to confirm, are you from Edo Central?
Yes, I'm from Edo Central, but I was born.
Okay, I'm okay with that. No problem.
I just want to let you know something. I'm from there. Does not mean I didn't grow up there. I didn't school there. I didn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You are from Edo Central.
Edo Central.
Good. Okay, just hear the follow up of my questions now. Now, we should not just argue because some certain thing favors us, and we'll forget to take our eyes off the ball. Thank God you just spoke last before I took over now. You are from Edo Central. Now, let me use one word, but I know my information is accurate. In the realm of speculation, it is being alleged that the Edo-speaking people of Edo State has about 55% of the entire voters or the population of Edo State. While the Edo North
More than 50%.
No. It doesn't matter. My information must not be accurate, but it will give us an idea of where I'm going to. Then Aunshi follows after the Edo speaking people. That's Edo North, before Edo Central. Now, if you say you don't support rotation, because rotation also have advantage, it has disadvantage. Although my position, I for one, I'm for merit, the best man to get the job. But how do you determine the best man? That's another question. So for we not to have that crisis, that was why the drafters of the Constitution, if you notice very well right now, just now, Edo State is divided into 3 senatorial districts. That is the Constitution, that's the law, you can't change it. 3 senatorial districts. Good. If the Edo speaking people have the majority, followed by Edo North, if we are to keep voting from Nati, Daiki don't come. Edo South will keep winning, and they will keep being the governor of the state forever and ever. Amen. How will you feel from the Eastern side? You will feel marginalized. You will feel being sidelined. That is why the drafters of the Constitution said, for equity and fairness, it should be shared among the 3 senatorial districts. Just like in our previous debate, I dropped a bombshell. I said in 2024, there will be an explosion in Edo State. Why did I say that? Because I'm somebody that think ahead. I'm a very proactive human being. Now, let me take us back a little bit. This information is very important. In 1990, our Papa, Colonel John Ewerekume Yeri, was the governor, was the military governor. Let's forget about him. In 1992, January to be precise, our father, Baba Oyegu, became governor under the SDP. He stayed from 1992 to 1993. Very brief. It was never up to 2 years. From 1992 to 1993. Then a military administration took over. Mohammed Abdul Salam Onuka. From 9th of December 1993 to 1994. Very brief as well. A military man. Then Colonel Basi Asuu took over as the military administrator of Edo State. 4th of September 1994 to 1996 was the military man. Then, who took over for him? Group Captain Baba Adamu Iyam was the military administrator as well. 22nd of August 1996 to 7th of August 1998. Then, after him came Navy Captain Anthony Oyerebulem, was the military administrator from 7th of August 1998 to 29th of May 1999. Now, this is my argument now. Chief Lucky Gbinedion, from the Edo speaking side, took over the matter of leadership in 29th of May 1999 to 29th of May 2007. He did straight 8 years. He's from the Edo speaking side. The Benin speaking side of Edo State. He did complete 8 years. After him, Professor Osareme Osubo took over from your side, Edo Central. He had a very brief stay in office from May 29, 2007 to November, I think 12th of November 2008. Just a year and 6 months. He was removed by the court, who invalidated his election. Then Oshomole took over. Now, please, from this Lucky Gbinedion, we should take note of these figures now. Lucky Gbinedion from the Benin speaking side did complete 8 years. Osaremo Osumbo, under the same PDP, took over, but he stayed briefly and he was kicked out by the court. Then Oshomole from the Edo North, who is the second, who had the biggest second block, took over and did straight 8 years, just as our brother Lucky Gbinedion did straight 8 years. Meanwhile, you are from the Asian speaking side. You only did a year and 6 months, and Osaremo Osumbo was even kicked out. Then, after Adam Saliu Oshomole, Godwin Obaseki took over. I think it's approaching the 6th or 7th year now, thereabouts. From the Edo speaking side. Now, the question I want to ask, from the 4th Republic to date, from 1999 to date, we can say Anisha Ama has never been governor in Edo State. Let's forget his time of Ali. Let's not run too far. Let's start from like 1990 dates. How will you feel as Anisha Ama? Will you be happy that after Obaseki down. And a Edo speaking man, sorry, a Benin speaking man will take over from Obaseki. Would that give you joy? That is why the drafters, I'm coming, sir. That is why the drafters of the constitution said that's 3 senatorial districts for equity and fairness. It must be shared around across board so I can get to everywhere. Although I don't support the arrangement because where you come from does not determine performance. Your qualification does not determine performance. I know some governors who only had primary 6 certificates and they became governor. They perform more than those who have PhD and master degree holders as governors in other states. So your qualification, your location, your ethnicity, your tribe does not really determine. But for fairness, the same thing that we play out in 2024, we play out in 2023 presidential election. The Igbos are arguing that they've never tasted power. Now we are seeing some set of answers. I mean, the Northerners, let me use the word. Even insisting that after Buhari's 8 years, a Northerner should continue again. That is why Atiku just flag off. It's not only Showore that just flag off. Atiku just flag off. Showore flag off. So if Atiku is to use his power and his money that he has stolen over the years and influence and take over from Buhari, will that give you joy as a human being? Is it not fair that this thing should move to the side? Because the way our politics is structured, from day one, it is faulty. So someone like me, I don't support rotation. I don't really like it. I prefer the best man for the job. Because when Lucky Benadia was there, what did he do for Edo South? Did he turn Edo South speaking side to Dubai? Oshomole tried his best. Did he turn Aoshi to Dubai? So what am I telling you? Where you come from does not really matter. But because of the fairness, because of the dirty politics that we Nigerians are playing, because our democracy is so peculiar, it's different from other democracy. That is why they said it must go round. So if you say you don't support rotational, you don't like it, you don't like a TCC, okay, after Lucky Benadia, maybe Osarima, after Obaseki, maybe another Benin speaking man will take over and do another 8 years. The Asian man will never be happy. So for fairness and equity, that is why they put it down. If you look at the federal structure now, it's also there in the constitution. The president must appoint president and ministers across the states. For fairness, we have 6 political regions. It must go around for fairness. There is personal aid. Those are his personal decisions. Nobody can question that. But what the constitution stipulates is that it must go around.
The good comment, do they have the same policies in abroad where you live?
No, I say our democracy is faulty. So if we say
democracy is faulty, we should just continue to dwell.
No, my brother, there's nothing you can do about it. This is the constitution. Edo State has 3 senatorial districts recognized by the constitution. There's nothing you can do about it. So for fairness and equity, Oshomole did 8 years. Edo not. God has blessed him. He left power. For him to move on, he went to bring Philip Shuaibu, Edo North man, who is the House of Rep, who has a bigger and a better office, to come and be deputy governor for straight 8 years again as deputy governor. May God let him complete his tenure with Obaseki. So Oshomole did 8 years, Edo North. He went to bring Shuaibu, who was already in House of Rep. He started to leave him and take Anisha man because of dirty and bad politics. He went to bring Shuaibu to come and do deputy governor Edo North. And we are hearing now in the name of speculation that Shuaibu wants to go for another 8 years as governor. So Isha man, will you be happy with that? That is why there is that clause that it must rotate around for. It is not constitutionally written, but a gentleman arrangement between the people. That we have 3 senatorial districts. Let this thing go around for equity and fairness. So when you say you don't like rotation, you know, rotation has its own advantages. Although I don't like it, it's not my first choice. But because the peculiar people that we have as Nigerians, that is why it's good for me to also put that into consideration. So moving forward, rotation is good because the advantage is that if we don't do that, the dominant people or tribe or culture or individual in the state will keep dominating governors to the detriment or to the exclusion of the minorities.
Thank you.
Because the entire Edo Central, and they have less than 22%.
Thank you. Thank you,
Mr. Oh, sorry, my good comrade, sir.
God bless you, my brother.
greet you, but you started with me. You pointed and you wanted me to respond. So I will respond. But then I had problem with you because you are neither here or here. You said dirty politics because of bad politics. And again, you said you did not support it or you don't. That is your personal opinion. Personally, you like it, you did not support it. But again, you went again round. You are a real politician. I will not be surprised.
No. That means, see, listen.
My brother, I will answer you.
I'm not, wait now, let me clear. See, with your first statement, I already know where you are going to. Let me just answer you. Let me hit it on the head.
I'll allow you finish.
No, I've not even finished. You interjected me now. You see my flaw. You just finished speaking. Why not bullet point your points down?
No, you finished now. You finished.
No, I've not finished. Now calm down. Now you are taking up my time now. Now
that's what you said. No. The good comrade, you said.
No, I only mention him because he's from Edo Central. To let him know the injustice or the disadvantage.
The good comrade, hold on. Your last statement was you said, let me give room for another person to speak.
So
he's only responding to.
But he's interpreting what I just said wrongly. So that's how to clarify him so he will understand me.
No,
I prefer merit. I prefer wait now. No, just give me 10 seconds. I prefer merit. Okay.
Hold on. Let him finish. You will respond to that.
Okay. That'll be good. No problem.
I am from Edo Central, and for me to come from Edo Central does not mean that you cannot put the head of a fish, replace it with the head of a lion. It's a statement. Because it is the turn of the fish. You remove the head of a fish and put the lion will not perform. If the right president and the right governor without ethnicity.
How do you determine right governor? Is it written on the forehead?
We have quality people. Let's, I just wanted to call him Nice. Brother Nice made mention of something. He said, paddy, just the way our musician, our great activist musician said it. If not that, you also contributed to it that Oshomole went to bring his brother that was already in Senate to come and be deputy. That is, he wants his people to continue. You made mention of that and you wronged it.
The best person that can explain what I said is me myself. You cannot explain. You are interpreting the way you understand it. Hold on. That is why in a classroom of wait now, let me tell you the mistake you are making. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Let me tell you the mistake you are making. Wait, hold on, please. No, please. Now just give me 1 minute. Let me round up.
Leave her may finish. You do the
he spoke before I took over. Why is he speaking again now? Let me. This is.
Sir, let's make it like this.
No problem. Somebody has to talk.
Let everybody talk first before we go on.
Yes, he just finished speaking before I took over.
Yes, sir.
And he's interpreted.
Keep your own first. Let other people talk. Other people are waiting.
Hold on, the good comrade, please. I want to let everyone know this, okay? Even though any of your statement on this platform, and if anybody want to oppose it, yes, you can. That's why you should have a pen and a paper, because I have mine here. I bullet point mine. Whenever all of you are speaking, I bullet point mine down. Okay? I have my own pen, so you can have yours. I don't like the fact that let me quickly respond to that while others are waiting. Please, let's try to work on that, okay?
Now, Mr. let me just round up so I can leave the floor for the next person.
No, you already round up, sir. No, you already round up. It's leftist that is responding to what you said. If you
it's interpreting what I said wrongly.
I know,
I'm fighting for his cause. Edo Central is part of Edo. They have been schemed out of things because they are in the minority. I'm speaking for his favor, but he does not understand me.
The good comrade, please respect the rules, please. Please. You mentioned his name, he responded to that, and you already said, let me give the floor for someone else. You are done. Okay? If you think you need to respond back to him again, bullet point it down. Because
better, no problem. Better. I accept. Good. Yeah, let's move forward. Good.
If both of you continue to respond to each other, others are not going to say anything here. All right. 30 seconds left is Itoya. Round up. Let me move on to Midwest Republic.
Yes, I definitely agree. According to him, he was speaking for my favor, but that's not the favor I want, sir. I want the best for Edo people. Whether you are from anywhere, you can continue. As far as you are touching, you are doing the right thing for everybody. Nobody will scream out. Thank you.
Thank you. Midwest Republic, please, good evening to you. Talk to us. What's your take on this rotational system?
Thank you very much, my brother. I will first of all answer the question straightforward. Rotational system is the best because of the situation we find ourselves currently.
Okay.
I would like to go to history a little bit. When we got independent, the Edo and Delta people of today found themselves in the western part of Nigeria. And they were forcefully dragged into western part of Nigeria by the British after the conquest of the Benin Empire. So immediately after they independent, the Benins, when I say Benins, Edo is there, Ishan, Urobo, Enwani, Ekwani, Urobo, and all said, we are not happy to be in the western part. We need a region of ours. Our ancestors put their head together, did a referendum, and they got the Midwest region. Now, when they got the Midwest region, there was a problem. The people sat down. Some people said they need the capital in other place, not Benin. So in a dialogue, the reason why it must remain in Benin, they all agree. Now, they found themselves like 12 tribes, and they zoned the place to different places, like the way we now have Edo Central, Edo North. Now, since Edo is the capital, the governor or the premier cannot come from Edo. We are all one. Let one district, political, just ways, senatorial district or whatever they call it, the way they do Edo North and Edo Central and Edo South today. So that is how they elected them in Sadebi. And those guys perform well. That structure is a structure that is very, very conducive for us as a beginner. Currently, we shouldn't make one mistake. If we are saying we don't believe in this structure, we want merit, someone that is intelligent. The question is this: what we have failed totally to understand that currently we don't even have government in the state, but we have governor. And the word intelligence or intelligent, qualification, investment, infrastructure is not a simple word for one single person to deceive the entire people, siphon our money, and they just go away quietly. If you want to know people are intelligent, it's not from the way they talk. You look just look their environment, wherever they settle, wherever they live. That will reflect whether these people are truly intelligent. So I hand intelligence there. When it comes to qualification, how do you know someone that is qualified? We have been in democracy now for how many years? 8 years Lucky Benedium, I think a year plus Osumbo, 8 years Shomole, Obaseki close to 6 years. When you put it together, my brother, Oyegu. Well, Oyegu is admin because the top was military. Babangida was in power. I don't want to put that one there because it was subject to military command. What to do for his people?
You can't add Oyegu. Let's forget about that.
Yeah. So now, when you look at it, do you have anything for we to write home about? In the name of infrastructure, not that they did not spend money. Lucky Bene don't spend money. He built so many roads. Even when he built some structures in Ekboma University, students were hailing. You two day. If you can still recall when Obasanjo visited those states. When Oshomole was building, people were clapping. Hey, go and look at those schools today, no roof. But the only thing we can account for is the wealth that Lucky Benenyo was able to amount for himself just being our government, because the government itself is not in existence. What we can account for today is that Oshomole has been able to enrich himself, and it's not a rich man. Everything he did, they are not in existence because the government itself is not in existence. Now I live in abroad. I'm talking from abroad. Many people will counter me here. Is that how they do it in abroad? Every country in Europe have different history. They were one European. They continue to fight themselves as kingdoms. They fought themselves in so many ways. They entered the First World War. They went into Second World War. You can look at the length of what they went through before they start putting history in the right place to end up today as a European, because they must respect that boundary. Let me use Sweden as an example. If you are living in Sweden, you hear the name. It's very confusing to people. They will be thinking the central government is in charge of everything. The commune you live, like a local government, is responsible to provide every basic thing that the government have declared for every citizen to enjoy. For example, you don't have job and you don't have what they call this Afakasa or whatever, that's supposed to be paying you like 80% of your money. Let's say somebody that you have used that money, now they can no longer finance you. You go to social. It is your local government that have to, they call it commune, not even the state now, that have to provide that money. If you give birth to a child, the money they pay to those children you have been hearing, it is the commune. Now you can see that the government, first of all, they design a government that brought government to the people because they are one Swedish, but historically, there are few differences. That is why in a single community like this, let me just use Irwa, as small as it is in Sweden. Let's say it's a commune. The federal government want to mine a resources there, or you want to engage in a project. The commune cannot evaluate it and tell the federal government, we don't want it, we want it like this. And what they said, as small as they are, will be bounded. That gave them the sense of belonging to the land. Now, in our own case, just look at infrastructure. Someone is telling you they are developing road. Do we really? They just spend our money. The real standard that we're supposed to follow to achieve those things, no one wants to put it in place because it will start making it difficult for them to steal the money. Let's talk about investors that they are using to deceive our people. When I do road, investors will come. Tell me any insurance in Edo or in Nigeria today, if there is a fire outbreak in any factory, that will not come out and pump money to bring that factory back. So you are just on your own. You think people will come and invest in that country? If you go there now, do you even have Ministry of Finance? You expect big gate. You want to invest in your state. You will not abandon America, come and stay there. If you have the rightful structures, they will bring their money because they know it is safe. And they will follow that structure and use it to operate in capitalism world, which we are completely also ignorant of. We don't even know how it functions. Now, when it comes to intelligence, Nigerians are intelligent. If you go to America, somebody that the government almost renders useless, they go there after a few years, maybe keep working. You see them heading a very unique department that you never imagined. So that one is on individual basis. So let me come to the real area that is very dangerous. When a government itself is irresponsible and you are clamoring that anybody can come and rule, when I mean responsible, it's for you to take charge of responsibility. If schools doesn't have roof, if the government is responsible, like every father that will be responsible, that is responsible, the first thing you have to do is to admit that something is wrong and ask, why is it like this? But in this case, they brush it aside and they will tell you, I am the rightful man to solve the problem without looking at the factors that created that problem. If you don't have job in Edo State, it doesn't concern the government. If you have no water, it doesn't concern the government. If you have no road, it doesn't concern the government. If you don't have health care, you don't have money to pay, it's your business.
Can you stay to the point so that we don't start,
okay, in that case now, if only a Doma started ruling since all these years of our democracy, or just an Ishama has been there, I tell you as a human being, we all will not be happy for not belonging to that ethnicity. And at the end of it, if we are not careful, we will create a deadly crisis that our ancestors have done their best as much as possible to put aside for us. We call ourselves one today. It doesn't mean we don't know that there are ethnic background. So that is why they carefully treated it. Even before the arrival of the white men, the king in Benin know that there is a chief in Ishan, and the chief in Ishan land have a finance over the Ishan people. He know that there is a king in Urobo. The king of Urobo have a finance over the Urobo people. These are autonomous way to be able to put people together. He know there is a king for the Shekiri. The king of Shekiri have a finance over the Shekiri people. These are common wisdom from people that were not too much educated.
Mr. Midwest, I have a question for you. I have a question.
Yeah, you can. No, not now. Wait. When you talk, you can still say because that one will drag us into an argument. So now, what I just
wanted to bullet point it to you to ask you just one question because you've been saying.
Wait, let me round up you through that question to me. What I want to say is this in a nutshell. If we said we want qualified people, please, there are qualified people in the land of Edo Central. Attorney Naro, blessed memory, has proven it. What is it called? Ali has done it. So we cannot just use this idea of fake politics that is on ground to try to silence people by using that word intelligent, qualification, infrastructure, investment, so that we be cajoling the mind of the people, not to look at the danger that these things carry. I will go straight to where my brother Pedro said. When Pedro made that statement, he said, I made it when we were with Benin people, that somebody used as an example here. I made it that, look, we should be careful. He did not say they must employ Edo people. He now said, he discovered that they are no longer interested about placing anyone who speaks Edo in any position, which is also very dangerous. Because if you start it this way, the Benin people start seeing it, that this is the game you are playing, and they now decide to start playing their own, you will see that there will be more resentment in the place. And the unity will become so difficult. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
So let me just quickly bullet point it to Midwest. Midwest, you live in Sweden. Everybody in Sweden are entitled to go into politics. There are Somalians there who lives in Örebro, who lives in Malmö, who lives in Göteborg, who lives in Stockholm, and they are contesting for election. Doesn't mean that they are from that place. You always say, there's a way you said it just now, that people in Edo, it looks as if they are being mad because it's a dangerous thing. Are there only Edo-speaking people in Edo State? That's my question for you.
Listen, you see, this one, if you get my word very well, I am not saying it would have been good if every one of us had the privilege, a privilege that we have in Sweden. But the problem is this: in Sweden, if the commonest thing to a man is house, food, and everything, the government is there to provide it, whether you are working and you are not working. So therefore, people are not interested about who is ruling them. And the way they rule by system and by responsibility.
And that is not why that is why we must bring in the right
people. Listen, we have Governor Banseki is a rightful person. Governor Lucky Benedion was Governor Lucky Benedion.
10 seconds. I'm logging you.
Okay, Governor Benedion was a very responsible governor. Governor Banseki is also Oshomole was. So the question now, who is not intelligent person and who is not qualified person? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves first.
Thank you. Mr. Omoruyi, good evening to you once again, sir. Thanks for joining us. Please tell us, what's your take on this ethnicity rotation or rotational system that we all have been passing through, or that we have, be forced into, although it's not only affecting those states, it's affecting, the whole Nigeria. But do you think we should continue like this, or it's time to stop it?
All right. Thank you, my beloved brother Elvis. My greetings again to my fellow panelists and our audience all over the world. I think this is a very important and a very sensitive topic today. And we have all spoken well. I've listened to both sides of the argument. Meritocracy versus rotation. These are the issues here. I want to say, from beginning to the last speaker, from the first speaker to the last speaker, they have all spoken well. But I'm just here to strike a balance. Number one, meritocracy, excellence, very good and fine. Rotation, like the good comrade and the Midwest said, considering our environment, considering the level of political maturity, you cannot take away rotation for now, because it creates a sense of, in the spirit of brotherhood, justice, equity, balance, and sense of belonging. You cannot remove that one for now, because if you look at, for those that said meritocracy, I believe I'm a candidate of meritocracy. I don't believe in the idea of sacrificing meritocracy on the altar of rotation. vis-a-vis. You cannot remove rotation because of meritocracy, because everywhere you go, all the regions have the best of brains. No region, no geopolitical zone has monopoly of meritocracy. So what we need to do here is to strike a balance. Like the Go-Comrade said, we cannot pretend, to be against Buhari, being, cannot pretend to be speaking against what is happening at the national level, where people are, resorted to agitation. They want to live by force. It's like a marriage. If you marry a woman, you're not taking good care of that woman. Like in our African tradition, you marry like 3 wives. You are maltreating one you are treating one nice at the detriment of the other one. You are calling for anarchy. You are calling for confusion. You are calling for segregation. You are calling for, war in your own house. So the same thing with this arrangement, this 40 arrangement called Nigeria or Edo State. So if you look at it from the national level, if it's not good at the national level, today people will tell you, because they are Fulani, there are people going as far as telling an aircraft that is ready to board, that's already boarded, ready to take off, to wait for them. So we cannot be speaking against that at the national level and come to our state and pretend as if we don't know the yardstick and the importance of rotation. I'll give you a vivid example. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty or the political history, or I will start from the Second Republic. We were still Bende State as at that time. Ali came from Edo Central. Bensi Alegbe, the Speaker of the House, came from Afema, I think Ora, Sabogida Ora. Why the Secretary to State Government came from South to create a sense of belonging to our brothers, the Urobos, the Delta people. There was a principal, the founder of Orogun Grammar School, was made the deputy to Ali for interest of equity, justice, fair play, and balance. So he has a way of creating harmony among the nationalities, among the ethnic nationalities that have come together to live as brothers and sisters. So let's not derail. Let's not remove that thing for now, considering our level of political maturity. So meritocracy, good and fine. Rotation, good and fine, because no ethnic group, no nationality, no section of the country or the state has a monopoly of the best of brain. If we continue to argue on meritocracy, we must not be sacrificed on the altar of rotation. I believe in that. But how do you not define? Do you not want to tell me that the share money that came from a donut, it was the best of the brain we had at the time? You want to tell me the Lokibune John we had, as at the time he came aboard, was the brain we could see from Edo Start? Are you telling me the Ali tribe, the Ali that came from Edo Central, who was the brain as at the time he came aboard? No, but these are the only way we can balance things up for us to remain as one. Just an example of what is happening at the federal level, call it the federal character. I'm not a fan of the federal character because of the disadvantage that goes with it, but then it has a way of keeping us together. If we continue the way we are going, we don't want to transfer the anarchy, the acrimony, the division that is happening at the national level to our beloved state, Edo State. That is that for that. Okay. I want to quickly, let me round up, please.
Before you round up, Mr. Mori, may God bless you for understanding what I explained. God bless you for your explanation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Let me just round up quickly.
Round up, sir. In 1 minute, please.
Yeah, for my beloved brother, Ultimatico, I want to believe he's not a politician. But on this one, he was trying to speak like a politician. I don't know. I want to believe nobody can also use him, right? I want to believe he has independent mind of his own, right? I will be watching him. He has been very forthright and very consistent. I watched a clip where he was almost brutalized in one of the protests. I dug my heart for him as I know this courage. But he was talking fine until he misfired. I don't want to believe that he's talking because he's from Edo South. And again, he posed a potential danger for us. The region where the president, where the governor comes from, does not guarantee development for that region. Look at what is happening to Buhari and his Katsina people. Look at what I don't want to go into. That will not permit me to go into the nitty-gritty of Nigerian politics. So I'm just trying to summarize certain things for want of time. I have a lot of things to say. And again, he made rubbish of what he was saying by saying he want to contest as independent candidate. I want to tell my brother, beloved brother, if he's listening to me.
Independent candidacy is not in our constitution.
There is no provision for independent candidacy. So he rubbish whatever he was saying. From the beginning to the end, he was saying rubbish. The only thing he said there was what he would do when elected, what he has contributed to his community. That is the only thing meaningful I can take from what he said. Thank you very much, so that I can use the floor for my co-panelists.
Mr. Murray, okay, all right. Thank you very much for your contribution right there. Before we can actually deliberate more on this, let me move on to Mr. Jimon Elmo. Mr. Jimon Elmo, can you hear me? Mr. Murray, please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Everyone mute yourself if you're not talking to us right now. Mr. Jimon, good evening to you once again. Thanks for joining us today and happy weekend to you. Go ahead. What's your take on ethnicity, rotational ethnicity of policy?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Let me just have my little opinion on this issue. Well, I believe that zoning is another word for federal character system. There is no difference. We just try to narrow it down to the political parties that are using that word zoning, so as to be able to place ourselves in that federal character principle. Now, I believe that federal character is essentially affirmative to create a balance. It should be based on merit. It should be based on merit, so that if we are to reserve an office for a particular zone, that zone should be able to produce the best candidate that they have. Federal character does not mean that you should go to your zone and bring the worst because of politics. That's not what the law says. In fulfillment of the federal character principle, there is no zone, no state or local government in this country that cannot offer quality human resource for any public office. The problem, however, let me say this, is that those who select or recruit do so for motives that have little to do with a transparent, excellent discharge of duty. They don't care. You see, the principle of federal character is enshrined. Because what we are discussing here today, for others just to listen to us, this issue we are discussing is enshrined in the Constitution. For such laudable reasons, very, very many reasons. And I will point few. For inclusiveness, representation, sense of belonging, a balance, inequality. Without a federal character system, all these things will be missing. And above all, if I may say, imagine a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country of many nations. What we serve as a united purpose rather than a federal character system. What we serve? Nothing. Nigeria is a country of over 250 ethnic groups. We should not compare Nigeria to America, to Canada, or one thing, because sometimes we keep forgetting where we are coming from. We keep forgetting that. Let's not compare Nigeria to any other. Over 250. You are telling me to know the best in Maduguri? If a presidential candidate is coming from Maduguri, I should know the best? I can't. The people in Maduguri should choose the best for themselves when it comes to their zone. If they can't because of politics, that should be their problem. Yes, it should be their problem. Indeed, if you look at, let me put it this way. These reasons I mentioned before, if you look at the Eastern Constitutional Law, you see the composition of government of the Federation or any of the agencies and the conduct of his affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect that federal character of Nigeria. Meaning, every zones should have somebody there to represent their people.
And that is the law.
Representation before. Excuse me, please. You see, that is the representation I spoke about before. If you are forming a government in Osadebe Avenue, it should comprise of all the ethnic groups. That's how it's supposed to be for representation. Somebody from Aganibode, if it's from Esako, we say, oh, please, we don't have this. That's why we have commissioners in all the 18 local governments as well. Otherwise, we could just say, oh, we have 10, we have the best 10 from Edo State, from Benin City, take 10 commissioners there, take 2 from Eastern Central, and that's good. How can that work? It's not going to work. So we cannot sit and pretend as if we don't know that we have a multi-ethnic group in that country. Now, the authors of the Constitution have also, in their wisdom, let me say this, in their wisdom, they formed this Federal Character Commission. And the duty of these people is to make sure they monitor, enforce compliance with the principles. That's to tell you how important this federal character system is. That's to tell you how important it is. If these things are not done, because if you look at the affirmative action, for example, the quota system, it is supposed to help the junior staff as designed, to target and benefit disadvantaged groups that would have otherwise been marginalized. Disadvantaged group would have been marginalized. The only reason why we are feeling this way is the process of selecting. Look, the political parties will bring out somebody for us. We that said we are not going to participate in politics, we are left with no choice than to vote for who these political parties bring up. What we must do is play part. We must be part. If you are not part of the politics, then you have to sit down and wait for them to bring one Mr. Benson from these political parties. The same way these political parties are bringing people, none of the political parties is better than the other. So we are going to sit here and wait for anybody that these political parties bring up. And the process of selecting their people is very fraudulent. It has nothing to do with the federal character system or with the zoning system. It has nothing to do with that at all. If we have people, quality people who can really make the selection, there's nothing bad in a zoning system. Now, please let me say this. You see, to prevent this and safeguard the peace and progress, therefore, we shall and we must stay with the federal character system and let everybody go back to his zone and look for the best first 11 to play the game. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Midwest. Who just talked to? Mr. Jimo. Thank you very much.
I remember Mr. Jimo.
Yes, I saw that already. Mr. Jimo.
JP, add JP to that name.
I appreciate you for
Thank
your
you very much.
Mr.
Dickie, do you hear that now? JP to that name.
JP, okay. Should I be the one to add that to your name or you?
Justice of peace. Well, my hair not man.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. We need to talk to Engineer Ken right now. Engineer Ken, are you there? Because Engineer Ken is talking to us from New York. He described New York as the best city in the world, but Engineer Ken always struggled with his network. Engineer Ken, are you right there? Talk to us.
It's a lie. I'll just be keeping quiet. Listen to every one of you guys. My network today is perfect and okay. You know, I have to go on one Putin to give you a good network. So I'll be listening to you guys today. You know, Mr. Morley was talking. You know, the good comrades was talking. Everybody's contributing. Israel to everyone. I've been here.
Okay. All right, Engineer Ken. Now I'm going to ask you right now. Because as you can see, everyone has contributed. Okay, everyone has contributed.
Yes.
There's still something I want to hear, but I'm still waiting though. Maybe I can hear that from you now. I don't know. But still, what is your take on this rotational system that we all have the experience?
Yeah, my brother, my take is this, sir. My take is this. That thing, regional system or whatever have destroyed us for so long. You know, all I think that we should do is that will be the best for us. We should go for the best. You know, regardless where you're from.
Sorry, my brother, engineer. Sorry, my brother. How do you determine the best?
Hold on, sir. Everyone has a record. We should go deep down into everyone's record. And those people that have ruled us before, too much certificates did not benefit us. Now we should go for the people that has lesser certificate, at least a school sat. Okay. Someone that has up to secondary school level. Then we should pick those ones and try those ones. That one is one. Then two. Before we elect them or after voting for them, before they emerge to that office, they should swear the gods of the land. You know,
they have to start swearing Bible because they don't have respect for Bible anymore.
Let's not swear Bible. Let's swear Bible. They should not swear Bible. You know, the whole central district in Lagos State, both the Ishan, the Afema, the Auchi, all of them will bring out their own juju, whatever they have. That governor
ancestral gods, the ancestral gods of the land.
The ancestral gods. They will not take them down to our king's palace to take on the final one. Therefore, will not allow him to govern the state.
Are you referring to Susumaye?
Oh, Susumaye, all of them. Okumba, all of them. So if you are not willing to take that oath, then you should sit at home. That means you are not willing to. That means you don't have a good intention. Yes.
As you know, because it's still your time though. As you know that this continuous rotation has affected every one of us. You know, sidelining the best. I repeat, sidelining the best. You know, in the altar of rotation. Does that make any sense to any of us? That's what I'm saying.
Right now, no. It does not make sense to me or to anybody. Because we should just forget about the best. We should forget about the tribe that you are from.
Okay, Engineer Ken, we're already struggling with
I have a question for Engineer Ken.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let him finish.
Yes, Mr. Murray, please.
No.
Yeah, because okay, can I go on with the question, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, because you know you live in New York. Sometimes we try to we want the best of our country, we want the best of our state. Are you comfortable because of population demography? A certain region of the country has been dominating Nigerian politics. Are you comfortable with the full and neat dominance of Nigeria? Has it really benefited us as a country because of their population advantage?
No.
And that is what we're trying to take care of. Without rotation, power cannot leave that region.
The Fulanis are not more than us. The Fulani does not hold the most populated people in Nigeria. They are just touching their numbers. They are just lying. If you watch the news, when they show you Dara, when they show you where they live, you can't even count up to 20 people in one village or in one district.
They have been able to take the Hausas along. So Fulani plus Hausa combination we always continue to dominate the political scene.
Round up, Engineer Ken, round up, because on this particular topic, I'm not going to stretch it that long. We are moving straight to the minister.
Oh, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Mr. Najawas is not fair. You know, you see, I'm being the minds of my, you see, everybody has 30 minutes to speak. It gets to my turn, and it's only 3 minutes. It's okay.
I'm not rushing you. But you are sharing your time.
Because I'm not in Europe with you guys. Because I'm not in Europe with you guys. You guys are self-following me. You know,
you live like you said. You are in one of the best.
Go ahead and do your thing.
New York.
You live in New York.
What you guys have done to me today? We're going to leave Putin. We're going to leave Putin to face you guys.
You're a New Yorker.
Hold on, a New Yorker, you don't have good network. I'm talking from Lagos right now. I'm not in the UK. I have better network than you.
They claim that they live in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
No, what is he just saying? He said I live in Pluto. What he's saying.
I said Engineer Ken is talking. They always say they live in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I know, on the boat.
Engineer Ken.
Yes, my brother.
Now, brother, nice. You get what I want to ask you.
Brother, nice. This is nice. Go ahead. God bless you.
Brother, nice. Now, brother, nice. You get what I want to ask you. Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
Anytime. Yeah, for this way you explain just now, you make a lot of sense, but we still need to take idols away from all those political things. So where you say, may they square idol.
No, now wait.
May I finish? May I explain to you? Finish. These people, our politicians, they know they fear anything. Even you not see the idol where they swear give Curtis. Not see they see they kill themselves, the killing increase. So they know they fear anything. Now hot hand, you see Gaddafi style, public execution. Now law, strong law, all those martial law that they need for Nigeria.
Strong hand.
Strong hand.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Mr. Najawash, can I just say something to what Mr. Omori said?
Okay.
I disagree a little bit on that. Just pardon me. Mr. Omori said the Fulanis, if we have to give power to the Fulani, because the way Engineer Ken was speaking, it looks as if we're going to remain on this Fulani debating on what we want in Nigeria. Well, let me say this. Because of the way our constitution was being designed in a way to favor some people, that is why they have now made this thing metamorphose into different states so that we can have it like that because of this tribal religion and all this stuff. Now, if we look at it this way, if everybody is actually subject under the law, this thing will not work like that. And secondly, the same system they have given us that we are trying to now depend on this one particular person to say, decide who we have to bring. It does not work anywhere because when they gave us this democracy, that time, when we didn't fight for the freedom, they brought out 3 people to rule, the 3 major ethnic groups. But if you look at it, it's not working because it is only 2 major groups that has been ruling. So it means that the whole system they designed, it was unfair as well. And the way they practice it was unfair. So the best way to do it, hold on, sir. The best way to do it, I think we all Nigerians, we must come together in a round table. Everybody will be represented and let us rewrite the constitution again. Because it does not work for us. Whether you are going to bring this
what now happened to the elected representatives? Senator House of Rep, who kicked them away?
Hold on, sir. This is what we are trying to say here. If this thing is not going to, because it's not going to work any way that you like it or not, and we should know that those times they brought those things has not changed to the way it is now.
You did not get my question. No, you didn't get my question.
Okay,
we have elected members of Rep and senators. Should we keep them aside? All of us will not come as citizens on the round table. Is that feasible? Is that possible?
Listen, if there is a change of government and somebody who wants this thing to change like this, then the House must also put it in the vote. Anybody that is going there, it must go for a purpose. That is going to sit in the House of Rep. They must have a purpose of going there. Go on.
Can I correct your contradiction? On one hand, on one hand, you say it's not working. Why do you think it's not working? If you pull a bill in the House today, you know what the advantage they have? I said population demography.
Yes, they will tell you they don't have the number.
Let me lie, please. It's a game of number. See, Pedro was making sense in that audio until he started saying, if you want to continue to vote, those that has the largest population will continue to win. Will you be comfortable with the way the Igbos are being treated today? Are you comfortable with the dominance of Hausa Fulani political dominance in our democracy? That is my question. Without rotation, without federal character, a particular section of the country will continue to dominate others.
Yes.
That will lead to secession. It will lead to acrimony. It will lead to lack of interest in the system.
It will lead to bitterness.
Rotation also has its advantages.
Yes.
We should not just write it off completely.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry, I was
Mr. Murray.
All right, everyone, hold on. Our leftists want to say something as well. Israel,
yes,
sorry, we have to
I've heard all of you, and you've all made sense. But I want to tell
it's
you,
like someone has not spoken at all. It's like somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, Akim has never said anything.
No,
Akim is a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
He's just coming now.
You talk.
Can you continue to oppress him and Ukraine because he's gentle?
Okay, now, when we say federal character, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about federal character. Federal character does not mean you must rotate. Federal character means that you must involve everybody along in the federal state, the federation state. It does not say you must rotate. Let's not make mistakes about it. We will say take the best brain. If the best brain is from Esako, or from Edo, or from Yoruba, the moment the best brain gets there, because he's the best brain, he knows that he can work with all over around in the environment.
Every region has the best brain.
Leftist, define best brain for us.
No region has
what is best brain? How do you achieve that? How do you know best brain? First class degree holder, right?
Best brain all over the country.
Does that determine performance?
Hold on. Who will say best brain?
Let him round up.
I made example.
Please.
I made an example. I say it's not about certificate. It's not even about the spoken language. If you remember, please follow me up. I did not use best brain. I did not use qualification as in that you speak English pass or that you write pass. It does not make you a best brain. If you come and say you want to serve us, somebody say from your environment, from your antecedent. Somebody said it. Is it? But I don't know. Midwest made mention of that. Say you will know these people from the area they live, from the way they live their life. The exemplary way they live their life. You know that this person does not look like this person and will not behave like this person. It's not these paddy things. Oh, now we're in China. Now our person be this. So now our turn. No, please. Federal character does not say we should rotate. Federal character says anybody that goes there, make sure everybody is involved. And why are we crying today? Sir,
all right,
why are we crying today? I will round up now. We are crying. We are crying today because
please let him round up. Let's try to end it maturely, please.
If one person is there, you did not carry everybody along, and you are cheating this side, they will cry out. If they are benefiting, nobody will cry. Thank you.
That is justice we are talking about. When you come to when Buhari said he will not do 5%, like the 95% that voted for him.
All right. Mr. Mori, you have just said something. Somebody wanted to say something. But
let me say something.
Remember,
Midwest.
We have Akim here and we have someone on the phone. Can we give them some time to speak as well, please?
Yeah, just 1 minute.
No problem.
Okay.
All right. Everyone just hold on. Just hold on. Before I come to you, Akim, I have someone on the phone right here. I have Mr. Pius. Mr. Pius, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Good evening, sir. May God bless you. May God bless you, my brothers. Thank you for everything. My brother, the Moses of our time, Nigeria Wash. The Moses of our time.
Thank you, sir.
God has sent you to come and see the two people free. Sir, everybody has spoken well. Thank you very much. Let us see the truth and let the devil be ashamed. Those things that our forefather have put on the ground from beginning, this rotation of power, Edo we rule, Isha we rule, the A-circles we rule. It has been like that for so many years. Why is it now is the time of the Isha people? They don't want to continue. This thing is going to bring a very big problem in Edo State. You know what is happening in Nigeria now? Edo State is going to worst if they didn't give it chance this time. It's going to be the worst. What is going to happen?
Isha is our next governor. Don't forget that one where Baseku they do.
This guy have said it before. Abat, you know what's going to happen. But the way he put it that time, the people were insulting Abat. They have said this thing before Abba just leak it out. It's not now they said it. You understand? If what Obaseki promised the Asian people, he doesn't follow what he doesn't follow what he say as a man. My brother, this is going to happen in Edo State. I'm telling you. Because I know the Asian people, they don't want trouble. But is this time we will know whether the Benin people, whether we are already one or we are not one. Is this time. We don't say we are one, we are brothers and say Sangbedo, Edo Bisa. Is this time we are going to know?
But what I don't, sir, Mr. Pius, what I don't actually understand with all this ethnicity and all that, is it only Esa and Edo we have in the whole Edo State?
It's 3 senatorial districts. That's what the constitution recognized.
Edo North, Edo Central, Edo South. So they rotate it.
And for fairness and equity.
Please hold on, panelists.
It has been a long time now the Asian people have no rule. Maybe after Asian people have ruled, maybe after 8 years, they want to change the constitution, they should change it. It's not this time now reaching the Asian time for them to rule. They're not saying no. They have to look for the best. For example, if we say let us look for the best.
Which best? How do you determine the best? That's fraud. It must go
Isha is the best. Isha is the best. They produce Tony Naro. They produce with this man again. They are the best.
I'm from Edo speaking side, but I must
what are we saying? I'm from Edo.
Hello. You guys remember we have someone on the phone. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Pius.
Assistant governor, they see the best in Asia, for House of Assembly, they see the best everything. Asia, the other people will be happy. They should not bring this kind of argument. And Obaseki should stand for what he promised the Asian people. You have to stand. If he didn't stand, this time, we will know Esa and everybody, the Benin people, we are not brothers. That is the end. We are not brothers. If they do not let Asian people to rule this time, every person that is sharing it this night, they should know that if they do not give Asian time to rule this time, they want to do a mango, they want to do 419, they want to do, they want to bring
all right.
Again. That means that we are not brothers and sisters.
Thank you.
With our lips.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pius. God bless you.
Asian people don't they threaten Benin people.
Listen.
No, listen, not talk that one. Me, I'm from Orion. I'm from Orion. Now Isha turn,
We're not separating, we're not doing segregation here. What do you mean by Asian people are threatening Benin people? Don't make such utterances here.
It is the current government that is trying to create a tsunami for the state.
Let's not bring this in. All this current
it's
government.
What the man on the phone just said. It's what the man on the phone just said. It's what the man on the phone just said.
He's threatening this sentiment. We should not bring this sentiment.
He's saying a fact. Me, I'm also saying it. I'm from Edo.
The current government.
I am from Orion.
This is a sentiment.
There are things that divide us. Hello. Our community.
Hello, my people. Okay. Before, excuse me, please. Before I mute everyone, before we move to the next topic, it looks like you guys still want to elaborate more on this particular topic. So I'm going to give everybody one minute round again. Let us hear from you. Okay.
I don't think 1 minute. Just give us 3 minutes because 1 minute is not even enough.
No, this is my contribution.
3 minutes. Just time.
No, hold on. The good comrade. I'm not starting from you. Thank you.
Naija wash.
Hold on, the good comrade. Thank you very much. I'm starting with leftist Etoya. I'm just going to start.
I thought you was going to come to me after the phone. The guy from the
phone. Exactly. Thank God,
yes, Akim, please stop.
Akim, I've never said anything. Akim, welcome to the broadcast today. Unfortunately, in fact, you are lucky to be here because I've warned you before. Don't be late. You know, Akim has been locked out for the past almost 2 hours. So he's lucky to be here now. Akim, how are you doing today? Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Good evening to everybody there. And good evening to the guys and ladies on the comment session. The thing is, I knew when you guys started, but I just didn't want to hold down a position when I know that I would not be participating. I didn't think it was fair. So I just felt like maybe if when there's a vacant position, then I will come in, because I could have just come in earlier and just hold the position and then deny other people and deny other people of contributing when I'm not going to be available to contribute. So I didn't think that was a fair thing to do.
Before you move on, Akim, it's just a straight question. I understand you've been watching us, but I'm not too sure where you started. This one is just a straight question. Should we continue to sideline the best?
No.
Of rotation.
No,
Akim,
no,
your question is somehow.
Akim,
no,
not Akim. I'm talking to Mr. the host.
How do you know the best? Is there a particular person you're going to select them?
Somehow is not letting us see what
everybody is the best.
Okay,
every
okay.
district have the best.
Okay, that's fine. Let's hear from Akim.
Thank you very much.
Mute yourself. Thank you. Akim,
thank you very much. I just want to say good evening to you guys on the panel, and it's nice to have you guys here tonight. I'm sorry that I'm late today. I've been following the debate all evening, and I think my position is very clear on this. I don't support this zoning arrangement whereby it goes from one side to another, because I don't think it's good for democracy. And I've heard people that said that the issues of federal character. What we need to understand is that federal characters are based on appointment positions, and appointment is different from elective position. When you are in a position of office, you can appoint people from different area or different qualification. That is your own jurisdiction to do that. But elective position, we need to understand one thing: the power to elect rests on the people. And what is democracy? Democracy is about the people. And in a situation where you then have candidates that are selected by the elite, those candidates are not candidates of the people. What you have done in a democratic setting is that you are disenfranchised the people of the right to pick who they think would have served them better. So what am I trying to say in essence is this. So if maybe you have a situation whereby a political party pick, they have 20 candidates, right? And within that 20 candidates, the people actually wanted somebody different from the person that the party picks. So what have you done? You have disenfranchised the people. And what is democracy? Democracy is about the people. So we should stop conflicting the topic of federal character, which is based on appointment, to the issues of elective position. Maybe say the office of a governor. Those are elective positions. And this, in a democratic setting, the most important part in a democracy is the people. And when the people are disenfranchised from making the choice, then it is wrong. Having said that, when you come to a situation like people are saying today that you are this Edo South, Edo North, or Edo Central, you should give it to one side or give it to the other side. But I think this is the language of the elite. This has nothing to do with you and I on the street. If you go to a New Benin market or you go to Agbado market and you ask people, these people don't care where you're from. The people who care most are the elite, because they know that the easiest way for them to attain power is when they divide and rule. The easiest way for them to get to that place where they want to go is by shrinking the opportunity for others, and then cycle it within themselves. So, okay, so at the end of the day, if you go to Edo Central, what have you done? You've basically reduced the chances of people who are from that region who want to be governor. You've basically given them the chances of them becoming a governor become very high. But if you throw it open, say wherever you come from, as long as you're an Edo man, you're a resident in Edo, you speak, or even if you don't speak the language, but as long as you're a resident there, you pay your taxes there, you work there, you live there, you can run for political offices. You understand what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be, and I'm very happy now that we have the opportunity of independent candidates.
No. We don't have it yet. We don't have it yet. It's the wrong information, please. Independent candidate is not it's not in the amended law now. It's not yet there.
Okay, I'll cross-check that one. Let me continue. So I will say that, Mr. Naija Watch, the idea that our people today in 2022 are still clamoring for a zoning system. The question you need to ask yourself is this: since independence, in the north, we've had more northern president than you have southern president. Poverty today is worse in the north than it is in the south. Education is poorer in the north than it is in the south. healthcare is worse in the north than it is in the south. So it does not impact the life of the people in any way or form positively. So why are we still thinking it is the right way? It is not. Some people say it is fair, or how is it a fair way when you marginalize the people? Because don't forget, when you say it is fair, this fight that we are fighting now is not for the people, it's for the elite. Those people within the political caucus, these are the people that we are clamoring for now. The people on the streets, this is not their battle, this is not their fight. They just want what? They want good governors. They want good road, they want electricity, they want water. And when Mr. Good Comrade was asking the question that who is a good candidate or who is the best? The best is the choice of the people. We have to trust the people, because don't forget, if you look at the Republican primaries of when Donald Trump contested, if that primaries was left to the Republican elite, Donald Trump would never have been the president of the United States, because that primaries was given out to the Republicans members to elect whoever they want to choose. So Donald Trump became the candidate of the people. That is how it should be.
Quickly, Mr. Hakim, I want to learn from you, please. Now, what you are saying basically is this: you don't support rotation. The best man for the job should go for it, right?
The candidate of the people should go for it. Whoever the people choose should go for it.
Okay, now hold on. God bless you. Now, if Buhari finishes 8 years and Atiku take over for another 8 years, Atiku finish and give it to this Kaduna governor, the short man.
For Atiku. The people
hold on now, hold on. How will you feel? Because the North is only hiding under one thing, that they have the majority. That is why rotation also has advantage and disadvantage. I'm not saying I'm 100% for it, because the North will keep dominating the presidential slot.
The good comment I just said to you just now.
Hold on. Just hold on, sir. It's not your turn. In fact, the good comment has exhausted your 3 minutes.
What we need to understand is this. This is not about the people, the elite, okay? This is about the people. So if you come now, if Atiku becomes, so if Buhari leaves today now, and Atiku become president, and in 4 years' time, Atiku give you electricity, 24 hours electricity, give you water, give you everything that you want, would you still care where it comes from? That is the question you need to ask yourself. You won't care. Nobody cares. We just want good governance. And these people, because they are so inept, because they are so poor in their ways of thinking, because they know that they don't have good things to offer to the people, so they come up with this, oh, it's our turn, oh, it's your turn. The people who use that word the most are the elite. If you go downstream, if you go to the marketplace, if you go to the ordinary people, you never hear our turn, their turn from these people. They will vote for anybody that they think is good. And another thing I want to quickly counter again, when somebody said that because Edo South is have a larger voting population than the other part of Edo, that if they was to throw it open, candidate from Edo South will be winning election every time. I think that is an insult on the intelligence of the average people in Edo South. Because
election is about numbers. Let's be realistic.
What are we talking?
It kind of insinuates.
Mr. Morugi, calm down.
Yeah, so it kind of insinuates that the people down there don't know what is wrong from what is right. They don't know who is a good candidate and who is a bad candidate. And don't forget, 3 of the major what you call cities are in Edo South. So what you need to understand is that the most diverse part of Edo State is that Edo South. A lot of people from different tribes, from different parts of the country, they all live in Edo South. And guess what? They all vote. And when they vote, guess what? They don't care where you come from. They want to vote for the best. And whoever they vote for, that is the best candidate. Good comrade, the candidate of the people is the best candidate. That I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much, guys.
All right.
I have a question for Hakim, sir.
Hold on. Bullet point your question, sir. Bullet point. I have someone on the phone. Alex is here because there's no space for Alex. He's right here with us on the phone. Mr. Alex, how are you doing today? Good evening to you.
Yes, I'll be following. I greet everybody.
Thank you, my brother. So, what's your take on this? Talk to us.
Nigeria is a very special country. Edo State is a special state. For me, I try to be a very straightforward person.
Okay.
To be honest, we have smart and good or qualified people everywhere in every tribe, even if the tribe is 10 people.
Thank you, Mr. Alex.
Even if it's a term of those who are speaking Ishan language, let them do it. Let them pick the best among them. They have doctors, professors, lawyers, or people who have been tested and trusted. They should look for them. Even if you don't want to use certificate, go and dig. You will see good people who can be governors or something. Because, but let me disappoint you people who are speaking your language, Ishan. I don't say governor that you have known. He has never kept to any promise. He promised his former party, he fought them. His present party, he fought them. Everybody has been coming out to say, this is not how we said it. Even a prophet came out last few days, I don't know how true, that he worked with him. He messed up. So the governors seem to have a problem in keeping to, if you discuss something with him now, before tomorrow morning change his mind. You can also think back. 17 governors from South, they came together to pass a bill.
9 governors, not 17.
Okay, 9 or whatever. Okay, South. But our governor messed up at the end. He was a traitor among them. Up till now, he has caused trouble. So,
At the dying minute, it changed.
The governor may fail you guys, but it's your turn. I support you. I want the thing to go around. I want peace to reign. Because if you don't carry people along, it will lead to serious problem, you know. So the seat was not made for just Benin and Osomole people alone. That's why I like those who is their turn. Because Abdul was a good governor. He's an Isha man.
The best governor, not a good governor, the best.
Anthony Naro.
Everyone, please hold on, please.
So for me, I feel we can trust them. We should not marginalize them.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Alex, before you go, what is your idea of rotational occupants in government house?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yes, I said, hold on, I just asked you a question. Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, can you hear me? Mr. Alex, can you hear me? Mr. Alex, network is bad in Amagba. Mr. Alex, can you hear me?
Yes, tell me.
Okay, wonderful. I want you to go straight to the point. What is your idea of rotational occupants in government house? What is your take on that?
For me, it is good because of the special nature. We cannot compare Edo State or Nigeria with Sweden or Germany or whatever.
That means you support it, right?
For equity and fairness, yes.
But we should keep our constitution and write a new one that will reduce the powers and the expenses of governance so that they can increase development. But I support it. So everybody will be carried along.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Mr. Alex, I'll leave you
Please,
there.
2 questions from me.
Hold on.
Because I spoke about the character system. Okay.
Please, everyone, please, just hold on. Everyone, hold on. He's Brother Nice. Brother
People
Nice.
should also give me time, but I always speak once.
Brother Nice. Talk to
Yes,
us.
sir.
2 minutes,
Okay.
please. Yes.
Okay.
Brother Nice, if you are nice, usually 1 minute, I'll leave 1 minute for me. Please.
Look at your voice, they always laugh past everybody. I'm not going to leave her for you. They always overshadow everybody.
Brother Nice, you go dey fight for me before, but today you not fight for me because I'm supposed to talk where I say make a kid talk.
Okay, make you talk now. Me, I follow you.
You have talked twice. Me, now only one.
Okay, Brother Nice. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go to Mrs. Toya. You are right.
Yeah, that's true. Now left is supposed to talk before me.
Yes.
Okay. I want to speak to Mr. Moruji. Mr. Moruji, sir.
Only 2 minutes you get to.
Yeah. You struck me when I speak about that brother Yostan. So not be say I dey tackle am, but the only thing I want more will always they speak with love. If they say they should do it in rotation, which me I did not support in the first place. but you have to say it in a very polite way. Not be say you go this talking like say you get problem with Benin people. No, Ishan and Benin will be one family right from time.
Exactly.
Ishan not suppose they do like say they don't get beef with Benin because of politics. No, make politics not divide us. We need to speak in one voice because now politicians so they want cause division for us. We are one family.
Brother Nice.
Yeah.
We are saying the same thing, but from different angle. Now you just contradicted yourself. Now this is the advantage we are seeing in rotation. Now you didn't agree with it. You are coming to it now again. This is the controversy.
No, now because of the anger where I see from that brother your stand, the way we take speak to Benin.
If we know rotate, you go see anger will be like Asuu. They wait for anger will be like
Man, it's not anger, it's his rights. It's part of the state.
Two roles cannot make a right. Let's assume the guy don't speak well, right? But he's entitled to his opinion. You made it worse by saying he shall not threaten Benin. You see the acrimony. We should concentrate on this.
Listen.
So I'm not coming to you.
Mr. Moruji, what I was trying to say.
Now he call me.
What I was trying to say. What I was trying to say. I said we should speak with mutual love, politely, not be say maybe we threaten each other. Now what is
the love the rotation will bring? That is why we are supporting it. That is the love.
So, Mr. Edigi, you know what I see here?
No. The good comment. Okay, want to do for 2 minutes now.
Mr. Najawash.
Yes.
Mr. Najawash, I need to arrest my case here because I don't want to involve myself for all those ethnic issues.
Thank you.
Mr. Edigi, quickly.
The good comment, hold on. Leftist,
leftist is me.
Hold on.
Thank you, Brother Nice. You try.
Hold on, leftist. These your glasses look like Abacha's glass.
And many black.
It's Gucci.
I just look say 2 people now they show one wear glass. Now I say I don't go use clear eye talk again. Now go.
Okay, we have to Edigi in the house. Okay, go on. That's good.
Not be my fault. Now here don't guy. So going by what my brother the caller just said, well, I can see he's trying to be very sentimental. He's an Isha man like myself. I saw sentiment in his words. And when we use sentiment to do politics, we will still be going around. What we are talking about or against will continue to come. You see, the politics we are playing today, it's the same, this ethnicity and sentiment that we are putting into it. That's why we are where we are today.
Yes.
I tell you the truth. I am an Isha man. Whether na Isha come, whether na Edo man, whether na Isa command, as far as the person wake up, he carry every sector, follow body, and do the right thing. He secure lives. He provide what it is needed with this little money. He go to show us, see how much call and take cover. I don't do this, I don't do this. See, now 1 naira, see my salary. Now take. Let that man be transparent. You see, Isha man don't go say, no, now our turn.
That governor must be an angel. Amen. May God bring that kind of person.
I have a question for Mr. Toya.
That's what we should be preaching today.
Mr. Leftist.
Yes,
Leftist. Was Ali, by your own assessment, in your own opinion, was Ali a good governor?
Well, judging from, see, if you say my own assessment, judging from after Ali till now,
make it short.
I have not seen a governor that did what Ali did.
Ali is the best. No need to talk too much.
Okay, can I shock you according to Mr. Good Comrade? Do you know he was swept out of Benin for no performance? Do you know he was swept out of Benin? If they used Bill to sweep him, he led out of Benin. That's why his performance. What was his performance for that?
He was denied, he was betrayed, he was imprisoned, he was abandoned.
My brother, what
why?
are you
Wickedness.
Let us not burn our mouth. Let us not burn our mouth when we know the truth. Let's protect this thing and create a sense of belonging to everybody. So we can live our brother.
Mr. Mori, we all know that Ali was brutalized. We know. You understand?
Mr. Mori, I want to beg you. I want to beg you. Don't you again. Don't you please. Don't you again bring what will divide us.
Exactly.
It was a very bad politics from the top. If you want to bring that now, you will now be exposing certain things that will make
you guys want me to bring this one out because of you guys are pretending.
It was the federal government that caused that problem, not even the people.
If you start to dig into
you are the people that are forcing me into what I don't want to say.
Follow politics.
Sorry,
Mr. Moro, you wait. Let him round up, please.
Remove my glass now. If you want to follow politics, you cannot drag politics with. If you want us to talk, Isha man and Benin man, which the Benin man start to do politics.
Oh, my brother, you're not getting it.
You go into that. I don't want to go into that.
You are going out of the line now. You are going out of the line.
What I am saying is this, and I stand by it. I am standing by
Mr. Moro, you wait now.
My brother, see, let's not do things that will divide us. Let's not do things that will give us problems. Let's not do things that will give us comparison. I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to go there.
You guys are changing the topic. You are changing the topic.
I always come here. I don't like to come here to play politics. But you guys
let me come in here.
Many black.
Okay. Hold on. Lefties, you're done,
it's
right?
It's my turn. After him, I supposed to be the one to speak because it was after him I spoke the last time.
Hold on.
Lefties, if it's my turn to talk, I will borrow your glasses, please.
Is Midwest Republic. Let me also say something.
Go ahead. Midwest Republic.
Yeah. What I want to say, what my brother just said.
Mute yourself, please.
What Leftist said is almost the same thing I'm saying, but I don't agree with him. Because of the level of our maturity in terms of politics. If we want to go into his idea, if it peradventure is failed, we are going to see anger among the Benin descendant, anger that will be worse than acid in our street. Our ancestors who designed those things for us to make sure so that we can have common sense of belonging, they were trying to prevent something. They were trying to show what? Love instead of hate among ourselves, because we will have the sense of belonging. I always use an advanced country because many people are living abroad. They don't even know how the politics is paid. Of recently, I have to go deep into the way they structure the politics of the entire Sweden. And I discovered that every tax I pay to my local government, not even the federal. So I was shocked. What then is now the Swedish government? How do they come in? And I discovered that the government they are practicing is the government of the people, indigenous people, why they are one. That is why every commune, regions have a name. And within the region or state, what you call it, they also have community. Every region, like I live, if you say Skåne, Stockholm, these are regions. Within there, you now start seeing communities. This is the community we pay tax to. So what they did is that their civilization has been there for a very long time. They build on top of it. Now let's go back to our state today. We want the best among us. When we elect, as Obaseki is ruling us now, he's ruling us with Ishan people, with everybody. When Oshomole was there, he was ruling us with the Oledo people. When Lucky Benedion was there, he was ruling us with your people. But one thing is this: as far as the root, the government of the people, we refuse to lay the foundation. Let's hold on to this rotation so that we can allow peace to reign. So that until we get the rightful person who will not discover it and say, look, we don't supposed to structure like this. We have a state parliament. They have to debate it and they have to come together, reason it and say, we don't want to be rotating again, but this is how we want the government to function. With the current situation we find ourselves, like Edo State governor who always tell us that he's doing well, that who will not continue from where it stopped. They are the ones that are trying to design this thing so that they can select who they feel. But if you look at the infrastructure so far that they have achieved, it lacks what is called administrative source. How much do you spend in the Edo Central? Tell the people, let them see it. Go and publish it. Let them see what you are doing. Edo North, let them know what you are spending in Edo North. Let Edo South people also know what you are spending in the entire state. Your project through documentation, not through mouth. So these are the things that will make us to start seeing ourselves having the sense of belonging. How can, for example, I want to quickly. Yes, I want to quickly say something. I know you have a question. In some part of our state, is some part of our state as we speak. There is nothing like local government chairman. So that means we don't have government of the people. Their own people is not represented. Like I am from Orion. I am not an Asian person. If we want to collapse the state, let us clamor for this thing that we said is the best. We need the most intellectual among us. My man, when that person fail, you will see anger that will be worse than acid in our street. So
okay,
please, let us be careful
I want to quickly put a question, please.
This is what I believe.
Hold on. Akim, go ahead. 10 seconds.
Thank you very much. Just a quick question. So, if somebody's hold on, no, it's just a quick question. If somebody's father is from Auchi, his mother is from Ekpoman, and the person was born in Benin, raised in Benin, went to school in Benin, grew up in Benin. So, can that person run as a Edo Central person or a Edo North person or a Edo South person, please?
It is not the Edo people that listen.
The answer is in your question.
It is a simple something. Let me just go straight to your answer. When we mention Edo Central, we are not the one to select Edo Central person for this man that is leftist can go there. I want to come out as a governor. I'm from Edo Central. It's left for Edo Central people to figure him out whether he merited that position, because it's not one party something. They also have a place where they have to start figuring who is this man, what is his character, how far has he gone, for him not to disgrace us. So that one is not a problem for everybody. But what is really a problem for us that we have a corrupt government, we are practicing a democracy or a government that is not in existence. You don't provide healthcare, you don't provide job, you don't provide.
It doesn't make any. I don't know. I don't want to.
Okay, it may not make sense. You don't provide healthcare, you don't provide job, you don't do anything for your people, and you want us to be putting one person there.
Thank you, Midwest Republic. Mr. Murray, please talk to us.
Okay, sir.
Utilize your 2 minutes now.
Okay, sir. Please, I want to first of all say I'm not a tribalist. I'm not a tribal or religious bigot. I want to say I'm an apostle of a good governance. See, we are all debating today. We are in pain. We are complaining because of the atrocities our rulers have committed against the land. I stand for good governance, but let's not pretend here. I think just raised a sensitive question. If your mother is from somewhere, see, I've done politics, school politics and outside politics. I've done politics before I left Nigeria. I was almost assassinated. Let me tell you one thing. Until you try politics, you wouldn't know what they have against you. They will tell you where your grandfather came from, how your grandfather stole plantain from See, you think
that is it.
You think that's the kind of politics they play in Nigeria? See, that one by the side. Let me tell you. Today, there was a problem we made after the Civil War from 1967 to 1970. Gowon came up with 2 arrows. The number 1 arrow, reconciliation. The second arrow, reconstruction. And the third one, rehabilitation. See, they were just on paper. They were mere academic exercise. If we have followed these things the way it was meant to be, today we will not have the IPOP. We will not have the agitation to leave Nigeria. Because after the Civil War, we now discovered that there was no need for us to war instead of for us to jojo. Have we really followed these 2 arrows? If we have followed them, by now, we will have had a president of Igbo extraction. That would have created a sense of belonging to them. Today, we will not have the killings we have in the East. They feel after the war, we say we are the same, like we are saying here, we have never, given them the opportunity to belong to the system. That is the agitation we are seeing there. It's just the beginning. It's a time bomb. If we are not careful, it will explode on all of us. We cannot come here and pretend because we live in America, because we live in Britain, we live in Sweden, we want to compare Sweden. We have our own unique. Politics is local. Politics is local. So, Akim, Mr. Stokre, Mr. Itoya, if you were born in Benin, you were raised in Benin. Okay. If you want to contest, they will tell you your village in Irwa. They will not give you the ticket. This is what I've done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. Please don't.
Can I have the floor now?
Hold on. I don't know if it's your turn.
I've been patient today.
Hold on. Yes, please continue, sir. Continue to be patient.
But I have.
Okay. Yes, it's your turn now. The good comrade, it's your turn now. Talk to me.
Now, may God bless us all. We are one big family. I, for one.
Wait. I'll take 1 minute for your own mistake, good comrade. That's what you take from my own.
But you didn't give me from your own, though. Okay, I, for one, I would have preferred merits. But if you go for merits, will you erase population, numbers, because in democracy, majority have the day, have their way. Now, for fairness and equity, that is why the drafters of the constitution are men of wisdom, because they know a day like this will come in future. Like we now from the south now, Nigerians, we don't want Buhari to do 8 years, then Atiku will take over for him, other Fulani for another 8 years. But in Edo State, we want either Edo speaking side or Edo not to keep dominating the governance. What happened to Ishan? I'm a Benin man from Oredo. But for equity and fairness, you should go around the central district. There is no district that doesn't have brilliant brains.
God bless
the
you.
Ishan people have it. The Edo people have it. The Edo not has it. So they should bring the best among them. We are one big family. So if you are waiting for one NJ to be governor, to tile the roads, so that we will forget about where he comes, where the governor comes from, there is no governor that will come and do that. So let's not just be waiting for ghosts.
Thank you.
The best we should do now for equity and fairness, because the danger, I said it in previous debates, that Shoaibu was already sitting House of Rep. Obaseki went to bring him to come and do deputy after Oshomole has finished 8 years. Oshomole went to bring Shoaibu to do another 8 years, making 16 years. And Shoaibu is nursing ambition for his own governorship for another 8 years, making 24 years. The Isha people, are they disadvantaged people? Don't they have brilliant people? So for fairness and equity, that is why that rotation comes in. Ordinarily, I would not like that rotation, but it's helping our own peculiar democracy, because we are very self-centered and wicked and selfish people.
Thank you.
So please, if you go around, the Isha people are part of us. I'm from the Edo speaking side, but I support their cause.
Thank you.
Please, for fairness.
All right.
Can I come in there, please?
No, not your turn yet. Mr. Jim or everyone, please talk to us. 2 minutes, please. Let everyone keep to the 2 minutes. We have another topic before we round up. Mr. Jim or everyone, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You know that I don't always take the minutes you give me. I always use my but let us try to maintain this calling system, because those that are jumping in are the ones that are talking 4 times. Anyway, I just have questions this time. I will direct the question to the General House and specifically to Akin. Now, I want you to know this. If he has taken into consideration the multi-ethnic and multi-religious nature of our country, Nigeria, or our state. Number 2, why was the federal character system introduced in the first place? If elected officials in democracy can, appoint anybody, why did in the first place, why the federal character system? Why was it introduced? That's number 2. Number 3, if there any way ECPOMA would have been developed if Ali didn't come? Or is there any way IAMU would have been developed if Oshomole didn't come? So let's assume that we say the best should come from somewhere. And those will always say we have the best because we have the numbers. Let nobody say that, oh no, the Benin, they will not vote for their person. They want to vote for somebody from Ugeli or from Aviele, who they did not even know. If we leave it that there is no rotation, and the Benin begin to bring somebody, I can tell you there will be war in that state after 4 years. So
deadly crisis.
Please, I need somebody to answer them. Akim, yes. I need Akim to answer those questions for me.
Thank you, sir. Now we are moving to Akim now. Mr. Akim, are you there with us? Please talk to us. 2 minutes.
I'm still here.
Mr. Naija, I made a mistake. When I was supposed to talk, I was supposed to borrow the glasses of my brother leftists. So can I borrow the glass and talk like again?
No, we'll do that again later, sir. Thank you, Mr. Good Comrade. All right, Akim, go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much, my brother. I think what I'm trying to, what I'm getting from some people on this platform is that what they call fairness is being biased. That is what you call fairness. When you create a system that you guys are advocating for, I think that is the most dangerous way to go about it in a democratic setting. What I'm saying here is this. In democracy, it's about the people, not the elite. I want to repeat this. It's about the people, not the elite. So you guys need to understand the difference. If election comes, and each man should be able to run, just like a Benin man, just like an African man, everybody should go onto the field and then compete with themselves and let whoever the people picks become their leader. Why do you want to unpick leaders for the people? I don't understand. What is so difficult to understand about this? Why would you want to unpick a leader for the people? Why is it a democratic society if some certain people have to gather together and they say, okay, this is the person you guys have to vote for? It doesn't make sense. What I'm saying here,
my brother, do you agree that they not have majority in Nigeria?
So what?
Yes or no? No.
Who gave them the right? Who gave them the right to have the majority?
That's what we are working with now, because our brother refused to conduct a good census figure. Jonathan.
Yeah, so
should he not keep on being president forever ever because they have the numbers?
Yeah,
that is why rotation comes in. He has his own advantage.
But this is the problem. This is what I disagree with you guys, is that election.
That is not our problem. Is corruption. Don't that one. That one is not our problem.
Let me finish, please. Let me explain what I'm trying to say to you guys. So if we want to have a primary for next election, governorship election in Edo State now, so APC and PDP, they're going to go like, oh no. Benin people, you cannot contest. Edo North, you cannot contest. This election is only Edo Central. How is that democratic? That is the question I'm asking. How is that democratic? So you're saying because it is a peculiar, we live in a peculiar, we don't live in any peculiar. The peculiarity is in our head. The elite have made you people think that is how it should be. No, it should never be like that. You people in the West.
It's not the elite. It is the people. Me and you, we are the people now. We disagree. We are not working for the elite.
No, you are among the elite now. People do not understand what the language elite, because listen, you're no longer in that position where you think you were some years back. You are now an elite. Those of us, on the majority of us on this platform, I want you to know something now. We are part of the elite.
I'm just a common comrade, please.
No, you are part of the elite. So
just a common, ordinary comrade.
These are the language that comes out from the mouth of the elite. And we cannot practice democracy like this.
Can I answer you simply? Can I simply answer you, Mr. King?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I know you live in the Western world. I sympathize with you on that ground. I understand what you're trying to say. See, I don't like coming here to play politics. I try as much as possible to avoid it. My concern is how to move forward, how to get this in, how to move away from our status quo, so I will begin to reason differently. But let's not shy away from this truth. You believe we all agree that democracy is a game of number, right? Now, another person said he was born in Irua. No, his parents are from Esa Central, Irua. He was born and raised in Benin. See, my brother left is to say he wants to contest in Benin. They will tell you your village in Irua. They can never
Mr. Mori. All right. Mr. Mori, that is what we are trying to avoid. That is what we are trying to preach against. That is what we are saying is not good.
Mr. King, let me quickly answer you here.
Ethnicity.
All right.
I wanted to talk. Just 1 minute. Can I put something for Mr. Kim? Again, the problem we have is that the government of the day is unable to make the people to see the dividends of democracy. Imagine almost 20-something years of democracy. The children growing up in Benin don't know what is called pipe-borne water. They only know boil. They don't know.
But we have Ministry of Water Resources. We have a commissioner. We have a permanent secretary. We have workers that collecting salary.
In this situation, both Edo, Ishan, all of us, the intellectual, the academic, they are the one that are ruling us, and yet we don't have this thing. For only me and you as a common man in the street to softly have peace, till God direct us to a point where we can have that dividend of democracy. Let it be rotated so we can have peace among ourselves. So that Ishama don't see it as Edoma is his problem.
Thank you.
Mr. Najawash.
No, brother, nice. Please hold on.
I want to remind you something.
Yes.
I want to remind you, say, Machiavelli never talk. Now be the last person now.
I miss my brother Israel. Where is he? Is he here?
I'm here. I am here. Why are we saying?
Okay, thank you very much. So what I was trying to what I've been saying since is this year. I think we need to understand one thing very clear. In my first submission, I've never said that the issues of federal character was not embedded in the constitution. That was not what I said. I said, but federal characters are not elective positions. So they are still like they are still meant to serve the same purpose.
Get it right.
They are still more of an appointed position. So elective position and appointed position are two different things. In a
they are meant to
democratic
serve the same purpose. The federal character is meant to serve the same purpose. Elective or appointment.
So why is zoning not in the constitution then?
Some parties have it in their constitution.
Akim, I need to move on now. Okay.
Listen, it's like beating against the wall here, because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is that let the people decide. Let Anisha Man go and contest. Let Benima go and contest. Let Afemama go and contest.
Akim, you are not ready to answer the question. Akim, let me ask you.
Anybody that does not want Ishama to be governor, may God let him not be dominating us in the federal level forever, ever, and remain president.
What's the question?
Akim, what I want to put before you, Akim, if we go this way, you are saying, you and leftists is saying, please let me quickly put this question for them. If we go this way, peradventure, we end up in the same situation.
That's not a question, sir. That's not a question. Go straight to the point on your question.
Okay, my question is this: if we now decide to put it open, and it happened that we are electing one particular people for one area, and we end up raising up children that doesn't know what is called pipe-borne water. They don't even know what the education school of learning don't even have roof. So at the end of it all, the other part that we have never elected, how will they feel? They will not see ethnic tension as an excuse.
You are asking question and you are answering it. That's not
your question.
Can I
come in here?
Mr. Hakim, we are Nigerians. We are Africans.
How will they feel? Let me answer it. How will they feel if he fails? How will these people feel? Since we are big fail.
Hold on. Israel, go ahead. Talk to us.
Thank you. I want to just quickly, I support Hakim 100% on what this whole issue. I support him 100%. I have told you before, you guys before. We do not care if the cat is black or white, as far as it can catch its mice. Mr. Midwest, I want to ask you I asked you a question before. You live in Sweden, and there are people there. You have the right to do anything that you want to do because you have been living in that place. So peradventure now you want to become an MP, in one of the places you live, whether you live in Örebro, you live in Göteborg, you live in Borås or anywhere. You have the right. They don't marginalize you, or they don't tell you that, oh, just because you come from this side.
There are conditions.
I've lived there. That is why I know what I'm saying. That is why I'm trying to refer you now. But what I'm trying to say here is that anybody, whether you are born in Edo State, your parents are from Irwa, your parents are from Jamaica, or whatever you call, as far as you are bona fide citizen of Edo State and you will have what it takes to bring good governance, we do not care. We need to give everybody, because the Constitution of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria,
is that applicable in Nigeria? Can you go and contest in Kano State?
Let me just let you know. It's because of what Akim just said, which is true. The government of the elite,
you can't compare Sweden with Nigeria. Sweden, everything is functioning.
Hold on.
Let him finish.
Hold on. Let me tell you one thing. Because of the government of the elite, by the elite and for the elite, that has been enveloping us, and that is why we are having this thing. You said one thing just now. If we continue this structure that Akim is trying to say, we are going to find people that never see Boho. All this time that you have been in Edo, all Maba Wenare Sweden, all Maba Menare Pluto. Because of the nonsense.
Are you really in Pluto?
That is why Ishama will not be
suspecting you.
That is why announcing man will not see Edoma as his problem.
That is why Shaman will not see me. He will not blame me. He will see the government blame me.
Nobody has the right. Nobody has the right to tell this one that this because the constitution spells that.
The issue of ethnicity, it will not fly. We are not mature to that level.
Yes, it's part of us.
What do you mean that we are not mature, Mr. Mori? What do you mean that we are not mature? We are not under anyone. We are sovereign states. So we should, if we say we operate this kind of system, which is a federal system, we should tell the people to vote, not the elite.
Okay, Israel, a quick one. Everybody hold on, please.
Yes.
Why,
go on, sir.
why are the Igbos agitating for Biafra?
Because okay, let me answer you that question. Because the first time when they gave Nigeria, when Nigeria became Nigeria, they spread out like three major groups who rule the country. These people has been, and that is why they are crying. And you know this is a foul play.
That is why the Ishama is crying. I'm crying. They're crying now.
Hold on.
There is never a time they agree. Listen, you made a mistake.
So if now we are not trying to tell them that they cannot rule, and they want to live on their own, they are right. So if anyone comes, if we try to be that anyone comes, regardless of their race or their ethnicity, and they give everybody the dividend of democracy, do you think the Igbos they'll be running into, they'll be wanting their own place?
Mr. Mori, I'm going to quickly ask you a question. Mr. Mori. So the way you are now, so now because I'm beginning to have some kind of feeling right here. So the way you are now, you see Mr. Niger Wash as a Benin man, not an Edo man like you. Is that what you're telling me? Or you see the good comrade, you see the good comrade as a Benin man, not an Edo man like you. Is that what you're saying? I don't understand.
I see all of them as my brothers.
So what difference does it then make then?
Okay, let me tell you.
We are talking about position, one position for everybody. So you go look, even in a family, you share in your own family, you share with your brothers.
Give me 1 minute to answer Hakeem.
You said 1 minute, sir.
Wait.
Yeah,
1 minute.
Mr. Adiki, just be enjoying our contribution. Don't worry. We are very patient here.
You guys don't want us to move to the next topic, right?
Mr. I have something to let me say something. Let me say something quickly. Let me say you about what we are trying to let you guys understand that if person that is capable, like the kind of mindset that this brother have left Toya, if he come out today as a candidate to become a governor in Edo State, and Edo man come, he's an Aisha man, and there's another Edo man that come to contest with him. And if I see any capacity in him, I will vote him as a Bini person. I will not say because he's an Aisha man to go and vote Edo man that I know he cannot perform. So let all of them come out. Let we vote them. That's what we are saying.
Can I answer, Mr. King?
You people should not be. You should not be causing.
What you just said now have advantage, also have disadvantage.
How?
What you are proposing is the best man for the job, right?
Yes. Mr. Moru.
We should throw it open for everybody, right?
The good comrade, please hold on. Mr. Moru, you go ahead. 30 seconds.
Sir, it's like we are overflowing this issue, sir. Mr. Edigin, my brother. See, I see everybody here as a doorman, but let's not pretend. See, if not for the rotational nature, if not for the respect we have for each other, I want to tell you today, in summary, Oshomole will not have the number to be the governor, and Ali will not have the number to be the governor.
God bless you, my brother. Yes.
What are we arguing here? It's as simple as APC.
Dennis Osadebe won't be the first midway premier.
We need each other.
Please hold on. Mr. Mori, are you saying that others don't have right to their opinions?
They have, Mr. Edigi. They have. I know I'm castigating anybody, but let's not overflow what is as clear. It's crystal clear.
It's their opinion. It's what they believe on. You can't change that.
That arrangement, Mr. Adiki.
Okay, Mr. Adiki, if you throw the presidency open for everybody, in the next 500 years, the North will keep being president. That's what we are playing with now.
Look, history. There's no history as
if you throw it open for everybody,
the good comment, that is not
the North will keep dominating forever, ever. Because democracy is about numbers.
Okay. MK Abiola defeated a important candidate.
Let me just tell you all. Okay, Mr. Leftist, let Mr. Leftist go. He's waving his hands.
Yes, I just wanted to speak a little because for everything we'll be saying, the ultimate equal of all is corruption. let me take it from let me take it from the
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Let me take it side from the Midwest Republic. Midwest Republic specifically analyzed something that we refuse to take into cognizance. And what is that? Local government. Local government. If our local government is threatened, which is the government of the people, because they are the grassroots.
Yeah.
If local government is threatened, we will be having most of this problem. If I get what is necessary, you get what is necessary. Everybody get what is necessary. Yeah. We don't care about whether it's an Igbo man, Isha man, or whoever is on top.
It's on top.
And again, now, let me shock you. No, good comment. You don't work for NEPA, work for PEDC. It is shock everybody. Now, I want John to shock you. Do you know that the local government, the Senate just passed the autonomy of local government? And we know that even when they have passed it, our governors, they are going to hold meeting to truncate local government so that the money does not
and
go
who
to
display like their property.
So if the money does not go to grassroots, why would the grassroots people not cry out? We will not be having this issue of Naisha, Naisako, Naigbo.
At all.
During Ali, I don't think we had it. During Bermudia, I don't think we had it.
My brother, we had it. Let's not pretend. We had it. It was very obvious.
No,
it was clear.
Never had it this way.
We had it. We had it,
not
my
like
brother.
This.
See, not like this.
Not like this.
This were working during.
Can we move on? Can we move on from this topic? We are overflowing it.
During Bermudia, me I drink street water for street. Which youth get street water now?
They vaccinated the whole of us free of charge. Vaccinated the whole of us free of charge.
You have water from water board.
Free book.
Free education, free food, free books, free lunch,
youth houses for teachers,
free uniform.
Let us, if we didn't have this issue, if we didn't have this argument, Ali would have gone back for second term. Between 1979 and 1982, Ali performed excellently well. He didn't go back because of this issue you are raising right now. His performance was enough for him to air him a second tenure. He didn't go back because of these issues. Why are we pretending here, sir?
Let me even shock you. How many buildings have Ali had?
Stop shocking people. I've not given you the license yet. Please.
He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a house.
When I go to his house, I cry.
One small building.
Let's
all right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. God bless every one of you.
Let's move on. Next topic.
People,
we still have like 3 hours. There's still time.
No, not here, sir. Not here. All right.
You want to
move on to the next one right now. As you can see right there on the screen, Minister of Education works out on Asuu. As you all know, that Asuu, the strike, student group demands education minister's resignation. They want him to resign with immediate velocity. So I'm going to be reading these. Then I play some videos for you guys, and then we'll take it from there. My people, please, I don't want us to go back to the old topic anymore. We've talked about that. Let's just move on right now. As I have right here, the student wings of coalition of Northern Group on Thursday demanded the immediate resignation of Education Minister Adamu over his alleged failure to bring to an end the current strike by members of the Academic Staff Union of Nigeria University. I'm just going to stop that right there. I want you all to see his attitude here. The attitude he portrayed right here on a live town hall meeting he had with the students, and others. So my people, please, if you're right there on the comment section, I appreciate every one of you. Help us to share and hit the like button, and let's move on from here. This is it right here. I'm going to put this on the screen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Asuu armor on is revitalization of our institution, which is a key for every student to key into the agenda of Asuu. But we want to know, you cannot be discussing about revitalization of our institution without Nigerian students be in that negotiation committee. On this note, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Nigerian students want to be part of this discussion. We want to really know what is going on between the Asuu and federal government. These are two parents, but these two parents have disappointed us. And as such, we don't have any trust in them. Again, lastly, Honorable Minister, our message is so clear. We want federal government and Asuu to find an equilibrium to meet as a matter of urgency, to call off this strike while negotiation or anything else continue.
Okay, I'm going to move on. I want you guys to see his reaction here because I'm not going to play everything. So just look at, for Christ's sake, the person that we're talking
So instead of coming here, you should have addressed your lecturers there. Perhaps the only point that you made that is worthy of even attention is you said students should be involved in this, and I think probably this is a very good thing.
Thank you, sir.
And it is the only thing I'm going to take out of what you have said here. Thank you very much.
He walks out on them, and his utterances right there was very, very rude. You see the people that is ruling us. You see our leaders. You see how rude he is. He walks out on them. Look at the reaction of the students.
Insane outline, this guy will lose his job.
He should resign. But before that, I want you all to listen to this. Charles Iyorere from Edo State, what he has to say, on this ongoing.
Julius Iyorere, Julius.
Okay, Julius Iyorere.
Add the professor to it, please. Professor Julius Iyorere, please.
Professor Julius Iyorere.
Julius Iyorere, yes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Make we listen to Julius Iyorere.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, if we really valued education and the implications of a sound educational system for national growth and development, we will not be behaving the way we are behaving. Sir, the universities we are talking about, the libraries, the best of the library is at least 5 to 10 years behind in the relevant literature. The laboratories, nothing to write home about. Academic journals have disappeared completely. Asuu does not just embark on a strike. As a former secretary of Asuu and chairman of Asuu, I can speak authoritatively that there are several processes of consultation, both with government and with branches, before a decision is reached on whether to go on strike or not. And I believe that before Asuu took this decision, there are 3 outstanding agreements signed by the federal government and not implemented. I mean, what do we want the union to do? So I think this is a great opportunity for this House, probably working with the Senate, to come up with a clear strategy on how to engage the federal government to live up to its own agreements. That is the problem. There is no other thing. The teachers are ready to perform their duties. The students, I believe, are also ready to go to school. But if we imagine the consequences of a disrupted academic calendar, we will better appreciate why this strike must not be allowed, to begin, much less continue. I want to appeal to our colleagues here, those who have connections with the big men in this country, to please educate them that when you sign an agreement, you should live up to the terms of that agreement. Asuu is doing the right thing in calling a strike, but mainly to call the attention of Nigerians to what the federal government is doing. Not because they want to punish the students or prevent them from taking their exams or breaking the calendar. It is because the federal government has become notorious in signing agreements and not living up to the terms of the agreement.
All right. Okay. That same education minister who works out on the students, I don't even know how he got the position. Recently, he was right there in the UK celebrating with his son who graduated from one of the best universities in the United Kingdom. That's him there. You see? So who is deceiving who now in Nigeria? Then I start with my panelists right here because we are going straight to the point right now. I'm going to start with Lefty Setoya on this.
Yes, my brother, thank you very much. I really don't have much to say on this. The records have played itself out. When you have a minister of education that does not have value for education, maybe going by the standard and his manners, you know that it's all depends, it's all boiled down to able day. Nothing you will do, nothing will happen because of the system. Because if it is where systems work, you would have at least listened to these people, respect them, and encourage them. But you just walked out of student body, which you represent, the people that vote you there, the people you are supposed to be representing. And your son is in UK. His son is not among them. So you look at them as nobody. They are just nobody. They are just nobody. So why would such educational system, why would he or quote the people that put him there who want to an improved educational system in our country, when their children are not part of the educational system, when their children are being flown private jets to civilized country and they go there to celebrate with them, and you put such person. I think some time ago there was this proposal, a bill, I don't know if it will ever fly,
that all 7 ministers' children should not go abroad for even for medical.
Any office holders, as far as you are holding an office at all, your children must school in the country. That would have been better. Because if your child is in the school and you want the best for your child, you will have concentration on how to improve that school because your child is going to benefit from there.
Yeah.
If you watch all of them, virtually all of them, their children are not in the country. And you see these people are not even patriotic. That's why sometimes I just pity we Nigerians. We value money than the best. By the time they spread the money, you say, Baba, see what has happened. Look at every appointment given. None of them has brain. I repeat, and I'm not retrieving my words. And this is me. None of them has brain. They are not patriotic. They are not patriotic at all. All their appointments, look at them. They call themselves, look, I don't believe in whether you are Fulani, whether whoever you are. That is who I am. But do what is good. You know what is good. Give it out. You are there to siphon, to finish Nigerians. You don't do what a minister of education working out of students. Anyway, that will only happen now. During those days, it will not happen. They will flog him. Because now, even the student has dipped their hand into the oil. They are no more respected. Yes, they've also dipped their hand into the oil. Why? They want position, they want money. So they give it to them, they put them down. That's where I will rest my case for that.
Thank you, brother. Nice. Thank you very much, Lefty Setoya, right there for your contribution. Everyone is just going to contribute to 2 minutes and then we are done for today. Thank you very much, everyone. Brother Nice, go ahead. What is your take? Who is deceiving who? As you see, we'll be talking on this platform for a while now, fighting against this devilish government.
I think 2 minutes is too small for this one, please. Please try to do something.
Okay, yes. 2.5 minutes then. 2.5 minutes.
Make it 3, please. Because you have to do with education.
All right, 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead, brother. Nice. Talk to us.
Yeah, you see what we were just saying. When I say it's better we elect people based on merit. You understand? You see the example now. We just spoke about it. These are the people that don't merit to be in that place. The paddy that I said before. This man, he finds himself as a minister of education. So let's see that man physical. That man doesn't even fit to be a minister of education. That man's supposed to be taking care of cow in the bush. You understand? Okay. If you ask that man now to define what is called education, let him define education. He cannot define it. So this kind of person now will find himself as a minister of education. This is the country we live in, Nigeria. But he has to go to a better country now to go and visit his son. If that system were bad, will he have the power or the audacity to go there to congratulate his son? Because that system there is working. But this man, his attitude toward those people is very disrespectful. It's painful. I saw that and I was,
He should resign.
He should resign. If it's a Western world, they will ask him to resign and he will resign. But this kind of person, he will walk away and he will not resign. He will not leave power. He will still be there. He's not functioning. He's not doing anything. He's just accumulating money. Accumulating wealth for no reason. That man will be there now doing nothing and will just be accumulating money.
Thank you.
You know, these kind of people, supposed to be in the forest training cows. I'm still asking myself, how this man find his way to that place to become a me? When I first see that man's face, I say, this one not be Gabai way supposed to say bush. Seeing a minister.
Thank you, brother. Nice. Thank you.
My brother.
The good comrade, it's your turn right now. Talk to us.
Now, this is a national disgrace. Walking out of a body who came for a meeting. This was an agreement signed by the federal government in 2009. They are still dragging feet. And you can see the arrogance walking out of the student union body. What was the appeal of the SUG, the student union leader was that any policy for government, for the youth, for the students, the student must be carried along. They want to be in that meeting so that they can know what is really happening between Asuu and federal government since 2009. The man stood up and walked out. In Senate line, this man should lose his job. And this alone, this action alone is enough for an uprising. But Nigeria will keep acting like a defeated and conquered people. We'll just move on like nothing is happening. Like what I'm hearing now in Nigeria, that if you're in Nigeria now, you have money, your passport has expired, you can't renew, they'll tell you no booklet. In Nigeria now, if you have money, you have a brand new car, you want to get plate number, you will not get it. They'll tell you it's not available. In Nigeria now, you have money to buy fuel in your car, you will not get fuel to buy. And we have a government in office. And the youths are there. No protest, no nothing. Then when people like Shomore come out now, they will not queue behind him. They will still be following the two big parties, APC and PDP, Atiku and Tinubu. So we are not ready for change yet. We have not suffered enough.
Thank you, Mr. Good. You have spoken well today.
If we have suffered enough, we'll make good and positive change. How can you work out? I know. I'm in tears. Let's proceed to talk. I'm not myself.
Thank you, the good comrade. I appreciate you right there. Midwest Republic, please talk to us, sir. What's your take on this Minister of Education?
Yeah, thank you, my brother. First of all, there is nothing new here. It's just for today that this is our country. If you look at it very well, the country himself, I always say it, I see Nigeria like something that doesn't exist. But people, because of we have aligned ourselves to be called that name Nigeria, we have accepted, people have preached it to us, we just want to have identity of it. We see it as something that can be workable. There is no way it's going to work. Currently, most of these men sitting here have their own private university. They want to frustrate federal university to zero. Private school started with primary school after the government itself have frustrated primary school teachers. It spread to secondary school. Before you know it, secondary school, private school starts springing up all over Nigeria. After they are frustrated, now they are dealing with our professors. Nigeria institution is completely zero. As that man said, if you go to their lab, it's not in existence. They use biro to draw for engineers. Shock. As we are speaking. No single thing like practical as far as the educational system is concerned. So, if you look at everything generally, it is our time particularly from this Midwest region, let's try to look for things and approach things that will continue to unite us the way our ancestors laid this unique foundation for us. Because why? The man who asked for the independence of this country, Anthony Enaro, who did it in a time where he carried death penalty. As we speak today, the federal government refused to even one way to represent that name so that it doesn't lose a national hero. The country is just a country of tribal people who went to a secret place believing that they will betray the Bender people, create Wazobia, that they will continue to rule. That is where they cripple the country. Let me tell you, my brother, why is this so shocking to you? The Northerners were told if they score 20% in education, it will be measured with 50% from the South. That 20% is not the manager. So, and he's really someone that scored 50. So what do you expect from them?
End of NPC, end of all parastatals.
So please, we need to look at where we are coming from. We should start telling our people to hope in this country. Let us be watching where the country is going gradually. Our people should not go violent about it, but they should understand that this country is not working and is not going to work because the foundation has been betrayed.
Thank you. Thank you, Midwest Republic. Mr. Mori, please talk to us at 3 minutes.
Thank you once again for this opportunity. But 2 minutes will not be enough for me to do justice to this topic because
you have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes.
I want to look at it from different angle. You have all spoken well. For the first time, the good comrade is my friend today. He has been very upright today and objective.
I have always been your friend.
When you are castigating Shogore, you are putting bullet on my head.
You already wasted 1 minute.
I always said Shogore is arrogant. He should change his ways. I like him.
Yeah, don't worry. Let me go straight to the point. Yeah, I beg, Oga, this. What did I do you now? See, that action was condemnable in its entirety. It's appalling, disgusting. It was hideous, malicious, and callous in all ramifications. But I want to say, we are blaming the minister. He's not even fit to be there. Mr. Goodcombe is saying in a Senate society, that man is not fit to be a minister. He will have resigned honorably. But they don't have honor in them. They are not honorable. But I want to look at it from another angle. All my years in the school, right from secondary school, I've always stood for what is right. Let me also say that we are blaming the government and the minister. The students on their own, they have sold their rights for a pot of porridge. They have sold their inheritance. They have sold their tomorrow for peanuts. I give you an instance. I attended Ekboma, for example. Most of you here, I don't know how old you were during the leadership of Moses Osakede as NAS president. That was after Shaibu, 2 years after Shaibu. Moses Osakede was elected as the NAS president. We could protest and bring down school fees astronomically. We could stage protest, VCs would listen to us. There could be crisis in Madiguri. We will go all the way from Ekpoma to go intervene. They will give us
Amanda.
I'm just coming. I'm trying to make a point. We cannot continue to blame the government alone. See, this is why I'm different. I want to also look at it from the angle of the students. Today, Victor Edoro was my first junior in Ekpoma. I knew they pretended to be part of the student union movement. I knew the game they were playing with Lucky Gbiredio. And a lot of them hated Moses Osakede for standing for the truth. Do you know Moses died? We were on a convoy. We were moving from Madiguri to Bauchi to another. We're moving around at the detriment of our academics. Do you know what happened? That guy died in a motor accident. In the course of fighting for injustice, for the respectment of students that were expelled in other institutions, not just his own institution. That was how powerful the student body was. But do you know what happened 2 years after our leaving Ekpoma? I was watching one day. I shed tears. The same school we attended, the SUG president stood campaigning for PDP beside Aneni, our late ancestor, Aneni, the political juggernaut. So, what do you expect from such students? So they have sold their voice. They have sold their voice for naira and dollars. They have sold their voice. They have sold their heritage. They have sold their right to the politicians. Today, if PDP is having a rally, if APC is having a rally, the boys that will be there, cheering them up, will be student unions of different campuses. So, why would their voices be listened to? Let me tell you, the guy was hitting the nail on the head. And the minister wasn't comfortable because that is what they don't want to hear. Their students are not here. Their children are not here in Nigeria. They don't care about what happened to education. They want to destroy the public education for their own private education to strive. Man, it's painful. My heart bleeds when I see what is happening in Nigeria. This is not the student we represented as student leaders. Thank you very much.
God bless you, Mr. Mori. Thank you very much. We'll move to Prince Collins. Please mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself. Mr. Mori, you mute yourself, please. Prince Collins. Mr. Mori,
my panelists, I greet you all. Can you hear me, please?
Thank you, Prince Collins.
Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Before I continue, Mr. Digi, I don't know. I want to speak with you. I don't know how to get you. I want to relate a bit. It's very important.
Mr. Mori, if you unmute yourself again, I'll remove you, please.
So
go ahead.
What is there is that? But you heard, Mr. Digi, you heard what I said.
You said you would like to speak to me, right?
Yeah. Okay. What is there is that I've been trying to come here. I've been listening, but I came late. I didn't want to come here. I was driving when we started. I was watching.
We have a topic right now of the.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know the topic. I've seen everything. You see, it boils out to the issue of corruption that everybody were talking about. You know, if you see what happened there, like that mother walked out of those students. That such a man does not even know the importance of education in a nation. He doesn't know that education is what builds the nation. Education is the only way you can have the best institution in the world. Education is the innovative center of a country, of any institution. So they don't know these things, and most times they might even know, but because they are not incorporated into the system, they don't attach importance to it. Incorporated into the system in the sense that their family, their close family, close relative, nuclear and a little extended family are not in the system. It has to do with passion. When your child is in one of these universities in Nigeria and such thing is happening, you know that whatever happened to the system affects your child. You will do the right thing. So that is exactly the problem we are facing in that country. That man walked out there because he know that he has nothing to lose. His son is just to carry bag of money and go home. And that is the essence of this. Explain vividly the essence of that issue that we were discussing before, that has to do with zoning and federal character of whatever, because they see the federal they see the government as where they go get their my father used to say that they used to call it national cake. They see where they go to cut part of their cake and enrich themselves. So that is what led to the idea of zoning and all that, so that there will be a kind of, it was the second republic they brought about this zoning, because they were talking about marginalization, and they said they want to talk about equitable distribution of human and material resources. Okay, let us not, I don't want to deviate a bit because we already passed that topic. This man that walked out of that kind of students, he does not attach importance to the future of that nation. That's what it means. Because those that are questioning him are just the future of Nigeria. It is the future of Nigeria that he just walked out of. And that is the same Nigeria that brought him into power that he is. If we are in a country where democracy is respected, that man by now is supposed to be on suspension, and his issue should be discussed by the executive arm of government, while the legislative arm deliberate on an issue, what happened to him. Somebody must be used as an example to make a change. And secondly, those students, many of them have soiled their hands. I'm saying it clearly without fear of favor. Many of the students, they have already, even before they leave the campus, they're already part of the position already, because they are into the corrupt system and they compromise the exercises. If these students have not compromised, that man have no right, because before somebody will walk out on you, you know what? You know, don't way my area. They know the food that they eat remain, where they will not eat finish. Then they can walk come on. They won't leave all this one, they don't get level. Because people who get level, they don't already see them. I just pray that God should continue to make a change, and we'll have the kind of leaders that we want. Not this kind of people. These people are full of impunity. May God help us, my brother.
Thank you.
God does not choose leaders. We all should come out now, queue behind Shogore, and start preaching the gospel.
Mr. Kim, please talk to us on this one. Then let's.
Brother, thank you very much. I just want to appreciate everybody one more time. I think the problem we have here is one of the Nigerian leader problem. They're too big headed for us. You know, like the man is actions are condemnable. We should condemn. I don't want to use harsh word. To be honest with you, this is the same problem we have in a country like Nigeria. One of those issues of federal characters is what you see taking place here. Okay, having said that, this man, the fact that the Asuu strike is ongoing, for me, that is not the problem, because that has always been even before he came, this has always been one of the problems we have within the higher institution of Nigeria and the federal government. But the major problem is this, is that when we are putting people in position, what do we take into consideration? And I think the problem we have now is that your ethnicity or the region where you come from has mattered most in selecting people, rather than what do these people have to offer to the general public. Okay, you ask the question, why are we still having this Asuu strike, federal government and Asuu problem? It's been there for years. So you ask yourself, why is this still there? Nigeria is the only country that I see that something is wrong, and that thing keep happening every time. There's never a kind of a way for people to sit down and ask questions. This man sent his son to school abroad. Why did he not just ask his son simple question? Son, this school you are going, how does it operate? How do they do it? What works? What doesn't work? So that maybe when his son explained to him, then he can then start to implement those same policies in our own education institution. So the problem we have here is that the people that we put into offices, they are dumb. They don't have brains. When they sleep, I said this thing, when they sleep like dead bodies. They don't think. They are not critical thinkers. This issue is very easy to resolve. This problem we have in Nigeria is a very easy problem to solve. But till today,
everybody mute yourself if you are not the one talking, please. There's noise in the background.
Till today, we are still seeing strike everywhere. People go to school for a 4 years course. They finish in 6 years. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't look this man working out on people. Yeah, you can condemn his character. You can say whatever he did is wrong. But I think the most important thing, what we should focus on, is why were they there in the first place, and that have to be tackled. This thing happen all the time. Strike here, strike there, strike here, strike there. When you go to school, and first of all, the school you are going to is substandard. So then, on top of that, then you have to do maybe 2-3 years extra on top of your normal academic year. It doesn't make sense. Why do we have these issues? Can we not copy from countries where they have system that works? Who are the people that are running these institutions? Who are the people that are in charge? Who are the ministers? Who are the president? When President Muhammadu Buhari was running for presidency, what was his vision for Nigerian education? All this is, my brother, maybe we continue dividing ourselves and divide and rule. Maybe one day we'll get it right. But until we start to pick the Nigerian people, when Nigerians elect somebody, when Edo people elect somebody, the majority speak volume. That person, you know what that person does? The person sits tight. The person understands that he got the mandate of the people, not the mandate of the elite. When you have the mandate of the elite, this is what you do. You behave like this man. You know why? Because the person that put you there is the only person that can take you away from that place. That is the truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kim, and thank you to every one of you. We'll be running up here today. This is 3 hours, 20 minutes. At least that's fair. Thank you very much. I know if I have to seek for your opinion.
Can we just make it round figure 4 hours? I don't know. Maybe 40 minutes more.
There's nothing like round figure with the roundup right now, good comrade. In fact, I think one of you will soon start moderating this very soon, so that I'll know say I not the I go say I bet the look now. You know, as some of my spectators are watching us now from their bed. You know, it is easy to be here for 4 hours. It's not easy, man.
No, we do 7 hours, 8 hours in Nigeria Watch. Yes. With,
yes.
No, he's trying. Let's say the fact. He's trying. He's trying.
No, he's trying. No, he's trying. He's trying.
Okagbe can do that, but I cannot, sir. I cannot.
Lefties can represent you. We will moderate because he's dressing like you right now.
Yes, lefties will resume soon. He has something that he's doing right now. So I'm not even sure lefties can do 7 hours with you.
Lefties will be say if he talk for 2 minutes, he go there for call for 3 hours.
That on Sunday one with a par people. So you go to bed, wake up, come and join the debate again. That
was 9 hours, 9 straight hours. I'll be 8 hours plus.
8 hours.
A part of the talk, we go only everybody going to talk. There, you know the talk.
A part to the
you go and sleep, you wake up, you come and join again. That is the debate there.
God.
They love that we have our country as states. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, if left is moderator, we go leave us for here. We go here they talk. He go here they sleep.
Lefties. No. Lefties have never done that. Okay, you are assuming.
That they sleep. Now go sleep, leave me.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. We got to round up right now. I want to appreciate every one of you. For those of you that were trying to call us, I'm sorry that we could not pick everyone's calls at the same time. But although I tried to talk to some of you, but one thing that you almost understand on this program is that we cannot always, pick everybody. For example, on this panel here, we can only take 12. Once we fill up, Mr. Moro, you mute yourself, please. Mr. Moro, you mute yourself. Mute yourself. I'm hearing myself back. Go ahead. Talk to us, Mr. Moro. What do you want to say? Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Sir, Mr. Hagegin, thank you once again for this opportunity. In summary, I just want to tell us that enough of this complaint, enough of this wailing. There's another opportunity around the corner. The leaders cannot be accountable for us because we did not put them there. So let us begin to make our input now to put our people there. That's the only way we can get accountability from our leaders. We should not miss this opportunity. So what I have just declared, let us rally around Alashowere or any other youth, vibrant youth, so that we can continue to have a say in those that represent us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mori.
Mr. Mori, Showore is not from the southeast.
It don't.
All right, please. I don't want you all to start all over again, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate my good people right there. What I was trying to say earlier on, that, for example, on the screen, once 12 is completed, we can't take no more. So it's all about first come, first serve. That's what we do here. For example, our first panelist today was Brother Nice, followed by Leftist Toya, and so on. Akim was actually locked out. He came at a later time. So that's how it works. We don't practice, like I've always said, we don't practice sentimentality here. Say, I know you, now you go enter. The other one not go enter. No. If a new person want to join us today, if it comes first before you, I'm sorry, you might not have the opportunity to join. So, and for my people who were trying to call us, I want to apologize to every one of you that in case I did not pick your call or your calls, please understand with us. It's not very easy here. This is a hot seat here. Where they sit down. So, and the only person where this hot seat doesn't affect is Epa or Kaigbe. I don't know how he's doing it. But for me, it's not easy for me at all. So I try to just randomly talk to people, pick people's calls, and we take it from there. Remember, we are fighting for just one thing: how to move Edo State forward. One good thing I like about our channel, we don't support any of this devilish government. Although everyone are entitled to their own opinion, but still, we don't support anything that is not, bringing happiness to the people, because that's the primary reason why we all are here. You can see now, Alex, all the way from Amagba, is joining us when we close. That one, I may not understand. Alex,
Alex will lead us in prayer.
Okay. So let me.
Alex, may I ask you? The message we will send you, you still go? No feedback from you.
Yes. I'm still on it. I need time.
Right.
Okay.
So okay. Alex, we don't close. You know they talk anything. We don't close.
Okay. Well, I want you to add my voice. Join show Matasha, but it's okay.
Okay.
If you allow Alex just talk, may not like say he just can't play. Alex talk.
You remember what I tell you, Abeg?
I've been listening to I've been listening since, but I couldn't join because it was full. I really enjoyed it, and it's nice that you guys tried. And today it was more coordinated and everything.
Alex, yes, talk to us.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Like someone just said that we cannot keep complaining, and we have a chance now to choose a new leader. But left for me, okay, if we can do it and bring in Showore to be very good. If the youth, we forget about collecting money, and if the youth, we think of their future, for once, it will be good. But for me, I would prefer a revolution, a bloody one that will take away all these wicked leaders. If that is not possible, let's go by the ballot.
Alex, you will not lead us in prayer again. How can you be talking about bloody revolution? No.
Alex, you will take the gun. You will carry gun.
Alex.
So I want us to vote Showore, but apart from that, if you really search my heart, I need a bloody revolution that will wipe up these old men.
Are you Putin's brother?
Thank you,
Alex. The revolution, you're the Ukraine now. You're the Ukraine.
Hey,
bloody one.
Oh, so when people are, that means where there, you know what you're doing.
We need to select our leaders.
They are looking for volunteers fighters in Ukraine.
No, we don't do that. We have to stay alive to lead the people.
That means but you want a bloody war in Nigeria. Continue.
A peaceful revolution is possible.
Okay, it's possible. Yes, I believe in Showore. I believe in him.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Morgan is there too. Morgan is there too.
If Showore modify his ways, he might get it. He might get close. He should work on his temper. You know.
I'll show you all, by the special grace of God, we'll be having Showore pretty soon. So we're already working on that, so that you all can have the opportunity to ask him questions. Okay. Once again, thank you very much, my people. Let's round up right now. We've been here for the past 3 hours, 30 minutes. That is a long hours. I appreciate you all on the comment section. I wish I can mention everyone's names. We have a lot of comments today. I can't mention all your names, but I want to say thank you all. I love you all genuinely. Let's continue to help each other, support each other, be our backbones to fight this devilish government. You don't need to physically fight them. We don't have the power to do that. But how do you fight them? By talking, using your platform positively.
Now, please, I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I saw a video. I don't know if the people are ganging up against you. They say you are against the palace. I don't know. I saw it, but I dislike it. But I don't know how true, if you have seen it. Some people say you are against the Benin tradition or something, but I know you are not like that. Because you've always.
Which platform is that?
Which platform?
I saw it on YouTube. I cannot remember it, but I know that you've always had that great fear for our palace. But they say you are against our tradition.
It's a misinformation.
All those are you don't watch those channels, okay?
No, it just came up on my phone. I had to see because it has to do with you. I respect you a lot.
They are propagandas. Don't listen to them.
I know.
Alex,
yes.
I'm a son of the kingdom, okay?
I know.
I'm from the palace. So nobody born by a woman can disrespect the palace on my channel.
Thank you. The same thing I said in my comment section there too.
When you are great, they try to bring you down. Mr. Keep your good focus. Nobody can bring you down.
I also want to say something, please.
Can we know the brain behind the video?
Let me quickly say something.
Who is the brain behind the video?
I don't know.
Before we close, let me quickly say something. It's very important. It has to do with us. You see,
when you are fighting for the cause of the people, when you are representing the common man, when you are representing the less privileged, when you are representing those that cannot, have a voice in the society, those elites that you are trying to work against, they will always be at your back. So what we need to do, as a matter of fact, as a body, as an entity, whatever God you are serving, let us also apply to us and pray for the leader of this studio, pray for ourselves as well, and destroy the works of the devil, which I'm already doing. It can't work. Spiritually, they will kill all the animals in the world, and they will die with the animals.
Oh, I even suspect that Owen Fokoromi is the one sponsoring all those things. Yes,
that's his headache.
You're right.
Make we not mind all those people
with whatever God we are serving.
This program from day one,
we have the author of the video. Let us get the author of the video.
One thing that yes, you are right, Mr. Murray. One thing you almost understand is that we are here right now. Even the enemies are here watching us. Okay.
Of course.
The truth is,
definitely,
everything I've done on my channel, right? All the videos, everything is here. I always say, nobody have anything against me. I'm not just the talker because I want to talk. All right, nobody at all, because when I speak, I listen to myself. So in case I don't want to put words on their mouth. I want them to do their research. Who am I? Where I came from? My family.
We're forgetting, yeah.
You understand? So all those enemies, we don't listen to them. So, and I will urge you all on this platform, or those of you watching us right now, if you see such thing, don't tell us. We don't want to see it. Just watch me.
That's it. That's very good. Very good.
Yeah,
we don't need to hear it.
Don't share the link. Don't say it on this platform. Don't tell me privately. I'm not interested. Watch me.
It's irrelevant.
If I'm out of track, you're supposed to know yourself. That's it.
Yeah. I will not be here. First of all, what brought me here is the standard you set for the kingdom. We all here, we hold our kingdom so esteemed, and we respect our king, irrespective of ethnic nationality. So those one, just forget about those people. Forget about their propaganda. If that standard was not here, I will not be here. So
it's just the right message. It's just the right message. If anything you hear, don't send it in this platform. We don't. Nigeria Watch not be their mates.
If we have to do with our traditional council, let those people just go and say whatever they want to say outside. The standard here, it has always been respect for the traditional council, irrespective of ethnic nationality, and that is why I'm part of this place. So that is it.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know why you people are talking about it. Alex just suggested something. Alex, I will advise you. Things like this, you don't take it serious. You don't talk about.
Okay. It's okay. My mistake, guys. My sincere apologies. I thought I was.
No, you did. Alex, you did
no,
well.
don't worry.
Alex,
You're not wrong. You have not done. You have done nothing wrong. You are okay, bro.
Because I respect this a lot. I like him so much. He's like my brother. I respect him so much. I respect his work, and I've never seen him deviate.
Yeah.
Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Don't worry. Those people there be any. Don't mind them.
I'm heading somewhere. In life, when you are doing anything, people must talk.
That is it.
So by the time you allow these people, you listen to them, you get distracted. You don't listen to. You see, I'll tell you one thing. It's not because I'm talking here. I don't listen to any channel. I don't listen to any channel. Sometimes somebody tell me, Asuu person, who is that person? And so person, I say, I don't know. Because the moment I listen to what you say from your language, I've already detected or deduced your kind of person. I don't listen. I don't. So if such people are talking now, you expect me to take their words serious? No. Because your mentality, your standard, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It help pass their own.
Yeah, it's not everything.
I help you explain on. Shoot guess size. May I help you explain on?
So
I never get that to watch news.
Naija Watch not be their mates. Naija Watch not be their mates.
When they talk anyhow, now our own be this. When they say they go school and they don't know nothing. Or would it?
Mona no worry on ourselves. Mona no worry on ourselves. Mo close the this thing. May I pray for all of you now?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Pastor
Wait,
Dapo,
before you
pray for us.
before you pray, okay, we don't have the good comrade anymore here, right? Okay, we lost him. All right, go ahead.
Oh, Father Lord, we thank you for this broadcast. We thank you for everyone that participated this evening. Father, we cover ourselves with the blood of Jesus. We speak and we speak for the we speak for the betterment of our nation. No eyes of the evil shall see us. We thank you for every wisdom that have come, that speak this night, oh Lord. Father, we thank you for the heart of our leaders that is listening. Father, touch their heart, oh Lord, change their heart for the betterment of our nation. For in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very
Amen.
much. I appreciate every one of you. I circulate that prayers to all the panelists, the commenters, the contributors, and those that wish us well, that is watching us right now, or those that's going to play back this video. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. One thing that you all must understand is that we have a mission, a vision, and a destination. We can never be deviated. All right? What we are doing,
Amen.
I wish these guys know how much we spend, all the time just for our state to be better. I think they'll wake up in the morning, they will even say good morning to me before their parents, all these enemies. Please. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, we don't want you to promote any name here. We have Ben here. Ben, good evening to you, but unfortunately, we are rounding up right now. How are you doing today? Happy weekend to you.
Not bad, sir. How are you, sir?
Now, Ben, food don't finish. Now you can't come. Huh? We would have enjoyed your contribution.
It's okay. I say it is sure.
Ben, we are rounding up now. Try to always come on time. It's 7 p.m. We always start 7 p.m. Although it's supposed to be 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But most of my panelists here don't allow us to keep to time. That's why you see that we start long.
I listened to everything that was discussed, so that's fine.
All right, okay, you were watching us for true. Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate every one of you. We have to go right now. Please.
Ben, I greet you. Your African brother is greeting you.
My brother, hello, how about you?
So you talk like this. Say na hello.
I leave my Ben alone. All right, I appreciate you all. Good night.